We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast program to bring you these interdimensional announcements from the Underground Initiative. We would like to offer our thanks to the people and organizations that help make the Underground Initiative what it is today. Some of the music you're hearing in the background comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. These horror music pioneers can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or at their website at midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 works of musical genius, most of which he's made available for others to use using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. His work can be viewed on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout-out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal music on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. Various artists and animators were vital in bringing the Underground Initiative to life. We would like to thank Edvartigo, who can be found at twitter.com/Edvartigo. Sunzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sunzaki Kojika, and CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, initiates, to the Underground Initiative, a secret underground organization where a menagerie of maddening Midwesterners gather around to explore the realms beyond through the medium of tabletop RPGs. Hey guys, how's it going?
I can't breathe.
So I'm in the difficulties medium?
Yeah, not a lot of major announcements, other than, if I timed the episodes correctly, our secondary channel on YouTube should be open, the Underground Initiative, where we will post the same episodes that you will find at Subterranean Gamers. They'll just be posted here as well. I haven't made a Kicks yet. That's shame on me.
It's called Kick.
Kick. I haven't made a Kick yet.
He hasn't formed his soccer team yet.
No. I still need a goalie. It's the only.
No, you're talking about the cereal.
New Underground Initiative Kicks.
Make
or
Kellogg's.
shoes. In the meantime, you can check out our episodes at Subterranean Gamers. We will still be posting there, but you can also find our episodes at Underground Initiative on YouTube. But and we still stream episodes on Twitch at Subterranean Gamers for now, and we will also stream them on Kick Singular as well. And if you want to support if you want us to support us, go check us out at Patreon at patreon.com/undergroundinitiative, where we can shout out your name.
You need to lay down some.
Like right here. Insert a future video of that happening. But yeah, I don't think
website has a bunch of updates.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much.
still haven't gotten it.
Our website, undergroundinitiative.com, where you can check out some of the extra bits of lore that we don't really have the time to get through here on stream. You can check it out. You can check out our maps. You can check out organizations, the notes and passages that the Fist uncovers throughout their adventures, as well as character bios, and hopefully more to come in the near future. Doggo.
What the fuck?
She wants the fox.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Your doggo.
Check out From Outer Space, where John creates all matter of crazy, fun, adventuring stuff. Got anything in the works for the future?
No, during the summer I did charity to raise money for the LGBT organization Glisten. It was pretty slow, a couple months, but we did raise a little bit of money for them that was donated. Nothing really new though.
Every little bit counts. And assume that we will be doing that. From Outer Space will be doing something similar next summer.
Yes, I do it every summer.
All right, you heard it here. Red, any fun
Nope.
gaming? Okay, then.
Nope.
They've already happened.
I said it before, I won't say it again.
Okay. In that case, check out Clarence's podcast over at the Thirsty Nerds podcast, anywhere that podcasts can be viewed, where they talk about nerd stuff. Go figure. Well, with that out of the way, I suppose we can begin. We have returned. So, last we left off, the Fist is in Redmire, meeting the Trinette family, as well as Orlin's father, Duke Byron Trinette, the hard ass of the family. News has the most recent political news is that people are tired of the Dragon Crusade that's going on in Shan Nalor. It's been going on for 26 years. They want it done, and they are willing to do anything to get that done, including elevating individuals involved who can prove that they took care of the situation by elevating them with titles of nobility. People who are not nobles can become that, or people who are already nobles will have their houses elevated, potentially elevating House Trinette from Duke to Archduke, which hasn't happened. There hasn't been an elevation of Duke to Archduke since Redmire's founding, which is a very, very big deal. Of a lot of power structure dynamics there could happen, and the Duke Byron will allow Orlin to and the Fist to participate in such an endeavor, as long as Orlin learns a little bit more about his family history, to the best of the Duke's satisfaction. This involves a trip to the Trinette family crypts in the Memorial Gardens of Redmire, escorted there by Orlin's brother, Marquis Durance Trinette. The Fist descends into the crypts, where they were met with an onslaught of puzzles based on the Trinette family history, and enforced by the spirits of fallen warriors, the Skyborn Knights of old, who are there to keep the family crypts safe, but also to provide challenges to those who would visit unannounced, let's say.
I mean, we're loud enough.
through
We're here.
clever insight, subtle clue gathering, dumb luck, and honestly pretty damn smart thinking from Vaxxus on that final chamber, I have to say. The Fist completed the trials of the Trinette crypts, made their way into the final chamber, which has extra layers of magical protections to prevent people from potentially scrying inside, teleporting inside, who knows what. But behind this door lies dozens of bodies on these raised slab rock-like pedestals. Buried in whatever battle armor that they would have had in life, because the Trinette family, as far as anyone's been told, started off as a family of mercenaries that fought in the Dark War in ages past. But the bodies you see here are horned and fangs, and the rooms.
Yeah.
And the
That's where the
room.
brothels were.
There's the first one. Get used to it. There'll be more where that came from.
Lost my train of thought. I should have saw that coming. But that is what seems to lie in this chamber beyond. Also, it is revealed to the rest of the Fist that Orlin is going through some changes. He is also horny.
The demon puberty.
Yeah, demon puberty. Demon puberty, whichever.
But that is where we currently are. The Fist. You find yourselves in this chamber of long laid to rest warriors, tiefling warriors. The chamber smells of that same sulfury smell that Orlin seems to smell like, but it's a lot.
That's already.
But it does smell like it's a lot mustier, older, a little fainter.
Ugh, old fart.
Decades old fart.
This is where you find yourself. What do you do?
Is there like a center pedestal?
Make a perception check in this space.
Man, Orlin, your family has all the secrets, don't they?
You have tieflings in your bloodline?
19.
19. There doesn't appear to be a central pedestal or a central anything. These bodies are arranged in traditional line fashion, and looking around, there's probably close to 100 bodies here, if not a little bit more, a little bit less. They're not like arranged against the walls. They're all arranged on these flat 3 foot tall stone slabs that could fit an entire body on top, and there's just dozens of these around. With the 19, you notice that not all of these slabs have bodies on them. There's probably like 3 or 4 that are empty. But every slab in front does have a name carved into them. Names that don't invoke a noble name by any means. Louise Firefang, Guso the Shredder, Amos the Vulture. These are the names of warriors and not like a noble type of warrior.
Was this the lowest level, or was there a door going lower?
With the 19, this appears to be the lowest level.
And this is the 5th level, right?
I think so, yeah.
We had wrote it as year 330 to 528.
That's list.
Pardon. There's none that I see for Orla.
With the 19, you're looking around for that. What's everyone else doing?
I sneeze.
Yeah, then all the dust just poofs everywhere. Well, now you're gonna make big news.
I'm kind of staring at Orlin a little bit. Do you know anything about Tiefling puberty, Orlin?
Maybe you
No,
can
it's
teach
my
him.
first time.
Just be careful on what you eat. You might poop fire once in a while.
Are there any like ornate things on the wall? Like there was, words and story-related clues in the other chambers? Like, is there anything written on the walls here?
Looking around, the walls themselves, they don't have the same pictographs as the previous chambers led.
Like, I know it wouldn't be a puzzle. I'm just curious if there's anything on the walls.
Correct.
History-related or...
There doesn't appear to be any carvings on the wall. However, you do find banners, old banners, depicting a more sinister look to the Trinette family emblem. A pair of fangs encircled by a wreath of chains. Orlin's symbol is proud and noble looking, of shiny silver. These chains are more jagged, and the fangs almost look like that it has blood dripping out of them.
So which one of these do you think looks most like your father? You all must be wizards.
So it's that, but it's more like spiky chains and blood on the teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Your family must all be wizards to be able to hide these kinds of secrets, especially out in plain view.
All we know right now is that they employed devils or demons. We don't know that they were.
Sure, judging by looking at you, Orlin, which side does that come from?
I've had some encounters with demons that could be affecting this.
I think your parents or grandparents or great-grandparents would have had to have encounters with demons for you to have a connection. that
None of
way.
the other skeletons in the other rooms have had
No,
horns
they were
or...
all normal.
Correct. All of the other skeletons in the previous chambers, they all bared human biology.
Peasants of the family.
Is your family trying to hide all of this and put all the normal people upstairs?
Do they have...
With the 19, you look around at the different names of these slabs. On a 19, you do eventually find Orla, the Hellcat's slab, but there is no body. Instead, there is a painting on this slab. And it looks very much like the painting in your estate, but instead of a human woman of dark tan skin and brown hair with a gaudy tiara on her forehead, there is it's the same woman, same pose, same clothes, but red skin, same color hair, and two large curvy horns coming out the front. It appears that this is probably the original painting of Orla after being made into a Trinette.
Sure, Orlin, whatever you said before, I'm sure that's correct.
No, don't get yourself down. You hear a voice coming from the entrance of where you guys came in, and
The skeletons are talking.
Battle formations.
You all get into battle for formations, and you point your weapons and glowing spells in the direction of a man holding a torch.
I throw a rock.
Big range attack roll.
Alright, let's see what we got. I'll speak that into existence. What do I add to a range attack?
Just your dex mod.
Oh, that's even better. 4.
4. You find like a random pebble.
Throw a femur at somebody.
Random bone.
You guys are throwing bones at Durance. He followed you down here, and he's holding a torch.
What is all this?
It's our family history. It's where we came from.
So what, are you using magic to hide your horns?
No.
I'm clean.
Oh yeah, this is the first time Durance is seeing your horns, right? Because you had it hidden when we entered, and then you showed us.
Don't worry. Sister informed me of your situation. No judgment.
Did she know about it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I talked to her when it first happened.
Okay.
He finds he finds a random torch sconce, places the torch in, and he leans up against the back wall. Our family history is complicated, as you can imagine. The original Beastmasters, the mercenaries that were called during the Dark War, they weren't mercenaries. They were cultists. Devil-worshipping cultists. The Dark War was a scary time, from what I'm told. The Drow commanded hordes and legions of demonic forces, and for those who are really in the know, demons and devils, they don't play nice with one another. Diametrically opposed in every way that matters. Which is weird because they're both evil and whatnot, but the Terran Union got desperate. They figured that the enemy of their enemy could be an ally. So they recruited the mercenaries, the cultists, out of Devil's Reach, who had amassed power and were flying under the banner of the Red Men, led by Carl. And that's another thing. The Red Men, Carl the Red.
So he was also one?
Correct. As were the Emberbloods and the Farseers.
So there's just a mass conspiracy to erase that fact from history?
Yes.
I'm like taking notes so I can let the
Like, I got my doctor's thesis
library
here.
know. Because I am supposed to be learning about devils and demons and stuff.
I will say this history obviously isn't 100% kept secret. Very, very few individuals are aware of this truth. I wouldn't be so surprised if the Cerulean Trove in some hidden bowels has this truth archived somewhere.
So it's not showing up for all of the family members?
That's the thing.
Does this skip generations?
Well,
If I ask.
I'll tell you. Originally, Carl and his Red Men And he gestures to the corpses before you. He was given the simple job of take out the forces of Highcliff, and they would be granted lower titles of nobility once the Dark War was ended. And that's what they received. The Trinettes were barons long before they were dukes, including Carl himself. But after the Dark War was over, the Arcane Drought happened, and no one in the Terran Union really knew what to do with all of this land from a country that no longer exists because, well, Carl and everyone else killed the Cliftons. The whole royal family house was wiped out.
What country are you talking about? That doesn't exist? Like, is it...
Redmire was Highcliff first.
Oh, okay.
During the, from year 0 to whenever the Dark War ended, the country in the top right-hand corner of the Arcane map was Highcliff.
Okay. So what he's saying is that Highcliff then no longer existed?
There was no more royalty left to rule it.
Okay.
So you're telling me your ancestors were Hellspawn?
Yes.
Interesting.
Either Hellspawn... They were Hellspawn, they were mortals who made deals with devils for power, wealth, control, maybe just to live a little longer, who knows, but that... Making deals like that can, well... It shows for some people.
Ah. Think of it this way, Orlin. You're a handsome devil, and you don't look like used laundry.
Yet, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Is this because you made a deal with that imp? Or is this a deal with some other devil?
Well, let me finish story time, and then I'll open up 2 questions. How about that? During these squabblings after the Dark War ended, Carl saw that nothing was really getting done for the first couple years. People were going hungry. Villages that had that knew how to farm and had stockpiles of food were attacked and razed and taken over. It was pure chaos. And Carl and the families, they weren't bloodthirsty. They were not all of them. Some people made deals during the Dark War for protection, to be able to defend themselves in an age where war was happening at every turn, at every corner. Nobody knew which day would be their last, and they sought shelter in a more fast, convenient way than try to petition to the gods and try to get returns, I don't know, in the long term. Devils are quick to deal out power and whatnot, so that's probably where a lot of our family came from. Just simple folk, just wanting to find a way to survive and trying to find the fastest way there. And after the war, well, let's just say Carl grew a conscience, as well as many others. And they regretted the things that they did during the Dark War. They regretted making deals with devils, but they were already in too deep. So Carl did what, and a lot of the heads of the newly founded families, they basically, well, they got a prayer circle going, trying to reach out to the gods, any gods that would reach out and help guide them, and I don't know, try to just make the world a better place. 2 gods answered. Can you guess which ones?
Ray and Bahamut?
Ray, the Everlight, goddess of redemption, and Bahamut, the god of nobility. Bahamut would teach Carl and his family members how to lead, how to enact change for the good, for the positive. And Ray, in turn, would forgive their trespasses into demonic territory. After this little shindig was over, Carl and the rest of the families, they weren't tieflings anymore. They were human. And that is what got the attention of the Terran Union. They saw these murderous, rampaging cultists literally turn over a new leaf. And they started to enact policies to better the people of Arkala as a whole. And once these policies start to take root and started to show really good results really quickly, everyone was upgraded to Duke status, and Carl was upgraded to King, the first King of Redmire, and that's what he renamed the city, that's what he renamed the kingdom, and that's why Red is now the whole thing. Carl wasn't very imaginative. Carl of the Red Men. Carl Redman. Red Man. With the Red Guard and the Crimson Oath. The Red Oath, the Crimson Knights and the Red Guard, etc. That's where all that comes from. However, the change would only remain that way as long as the individuals from the Trinette bloodline, the Lamlin bloodline, and the Chudons, as long as they stayed true to the path of good, as long as they lead a noble life, as long as they don't become too greedy, too murderous, too vengeful, wrathful. They had to set a good example. They had to become the standard of nobility and good on the mortal plane. And should they stray, well, now I'm not saying that you've been going around murdering folks left and right.
A stray, like
Well,
I'm a stray cat.
But Orla has a couple theories on that. You've been exposed to various demonic entities throughout the past couple months, right?
Mm-hmm. We got a demon queen's blood in a vial.
Creepy. Remember how I said that demons and devils don't really get along?
Yes.
One could say it's even, I don't know, sort of like baked into their whole beings, baked in even on a blood level. You had some, and you recall the various times that you have come under the changes of a demonic ichor, the claws, the eyes, the monstrosities of those changes. You held on to some of those changes for more than a couple days. And that's what kick-started your metamorphosis. Your latent devilish heritage was fighting off an infection in the only way it knew how. Transforming you into a tiefling.
can't fix it now, Orlin.
Guess I'm just a monster then.
Hey!
Could this be reversed, or is it really permanent?
Make
Like if I do a medicine or
make
Arcana.
a religion or arcana check, and anyone can make this.
Let's see. I'll do Arcana because I'm good, and I still have a D4 to add.
You still have a D4 to add, yes.
I'm picking my nose.
12. 12 with religion.
Alright.
16 Arcana.
Uh-huh.
Or wait.
8.
No, sorry. Wait. No, 8. Wait. Yeah, sorry. 16.
16
Yeah.
Arcana. I mean, it's possible. From what Durance has said, like the original Trinettes were able to. So it's possible that by praying and through prayer, devotion, and whatnot, but that was because the Trinettes and the other families, they did something wrong to begin with, which is what turned them into tieflings in the first place. And just because people are born a tiefling or born with tiefling heritage doesn't mean that that person is evil. It's just a biological component at that point.
Would I, well, since I did the Arcana, would I be able to tell if any of the possible spells can reverse it? Like Greater Restoration and things like that? Or remove curse or something?
Remove curse has been attempted, and
I think, is it Greater Restoration the only one that hasn't been attempted?
Greater Restoration at this point has not been attempted. With the 16, you can try. It makes sense, but at the same time, you're unsure.
I've already done remove curse on Orlin, but we were the only two around when it happened.
You're not a monster, brother. You're still Count Orlin Trinette. As far as I'm concerned, as far as Orla's concerned, and as far as Father's is concerned.
I walk.
Yes, he knows about this as
Vaxxus
well.
is your cousin now.
I walk behind Durance while he's making this speech and just mouth monster.
Yeah, he's definitely your cousin now.
I'm not gonna lie about this.
I understand.
It is.
Incursion has a lot of unknown side effects.
Just to be clear, I didn't take incursion. We fought demons and
Oh,
the blood
of
mingle was
course.
fine.
It was just, it
Rich
was
boy
just
taking
demon
drugs
blood. It was just a splash of demon blood.
It's gonna be a whole smear campaign. I disowned my son. He's into incursion. This is his own
He's
doing.
a-
We have no
Yeah.
relation with those. I can't wait to hear about this.
I want to say it
We're
is
set-
possible.
we can get ahead on this.
It is possible to reverse it, maybe with something like a Greater Restoration. I'm trying to see if I even have. I don't think I have access to that.
That's,
I have Lesser Restoration.
What about Eldridge?
Eldritch.
Eldridge is interesting. Eldridge House Eldridge is actually one of the few houses.
Is that not a house?
It is an Archduke house, but it is
Klaus.
House Eldridge is one of the houses that survived, that got grandfathered in from the times of Highcliffe. The Eldridge family was imprisoned during the Dark Wars for not participating on the Drow side, because Highcliffe and the Cliftons, they were swayed to the Drows, and they were Loth worshippers at that point, and the Eldridge weren't, and they were imprisoned. Something tells me, who knows, maybe getting out of in imprisonment, Eldridge of old got busy with, and perhaps that passed on to Klaus. That's my guess.
Think of it this way, Orlin. You're not the only one. Look at Klaus. He's much worse than you.
So far, we don't know how far this is gonna go. I could end up looking like one of those gassy demons that blew goop all over us eventually.
Maybe
If you're lucky.
Maybe if you pray, the gods can reverse it.
Pray the horns away.
Yeah,
So I was doing this whole.
Pray the horny away.
Maybe he could wish it away.
It doesn't work that way, Shiima. There's other ways you have to get rid of the horny. And
Yes, and I don't have access to those ways right now.
everyone has access to those ways. You just have to get creative if you're having a tough time.
Anyway,
We've got an entire scavenger hunt for that list.
we can get ahead of this.
Almost broken.
Perhaps these can be explained as scars of battling against demons.
Is he going to be expected to hide this in public?
Father will most certainly want him to, but your life is your own.
Where's that damn handkerchief at?
Yeah.
Father can't be everywhere at
Well,
once.
the handkerchief only lasted for a day.
Yeah, 24
And then it
hours.
just stops working.
Oh,
Yeah,
when I
that
took
was
it
a
off
very
of me.
short-term
Yeah.
solution. If you want to change or hide your features more permanently, you're gonna have to find a way to do that.
You know those bald people, Orlin, how they wear the hats all the time? You could be one of those guys.
More concerned about the
Perhaps
smell.
I can. I don't know if I have a thing.
Blame it on Kulkras. He kind of smells like it anyway.
So we have a healthy diet of asparagus.
The four of you make history checks for me, if you don't mind.
I almost lost count. I'm like, wait, which four?
Four.
The other four. A history check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
18.
Oh, definitely over 20. 'Cause I'm so smart. 25.
25.
Long cat stretches her brain,
Nice.
too.
11.
Okay. While Durance is explaining all this, you're just like, wow, that's insane. And you see,
Which part?
well,
The whole part?
No, that's
all of
Orlin.
this.
Wow, that's
that,
crazy.
that like the
This is so crazy.
like the older families of Redmire used to be tieflings and have and even their descendants have the capabilities of returning to their infernal roots should they stray from good. And Orlin, even with a 4, you kind of remember how humanist Redmire can be from the guards and knights that are deployed at the very least in the main city. Like the fact that your house has a bugbear as the master of arms for House Trinette, it's kind of a big deal. Not too far-fetched, not too outrageous, but it is a big deal. And then you start to think of the Red Oath, the individuals who guard the royal family. They're probably humans too, but you met a Red Oath individual who was a tiefling.
More like a red oaf.
Johann, which for all intents and purposes is the medieval equivalent of the name John.
Where did we meet him?
Back at the bandit camp.
Wasn't he the one who was skinned?
No.
We rescued him. He was all high and mighty. I am a paladin.
Did he leave?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
just
paladin.
wandered
I must
off
go do
right.
paladin things.
Yeah, it's like the movie.
Then his bodyguard turned out to be flayed.
But yeah, a tiefling.
You said he was a tiefling?
Yeah, a tiefling named Johann, which is like saying, "Hi, my name is John." Very basic, very boring name. No offense.
It's true.
No.
I don't even know if I wrote him down.
That's okay. Johan.
Get him.
Oh,
You have
wait,
permission
yeah,
now.
there it is.
Yeah, when-
Peach, yeah, he's a
off
peach
topic,
skin.
but when I was a kid, my mom told me she was deciding between John and Tristan. Like, are you
Oh.
kidding me? Tristan's so much cooler than John. Like, why are those the two options?
So my wife come in John or Bob, I guess.
Robert.
Come on.
Call you Billy.
But with a 25 and other higher numbers around, you can hazard a guess that like Carl was originally a tiefling. Stands to reason his offspring might also carry the same thing. And the Crown Prince has been missing for a good long while. And you encountered a Red Oath.
Carl Redmond is alive, right? Is he the missing one? Or
Carl
That's
was
Osmond?
the first one. He's been dead for hundreds
But
of
you
years.
said so he's the tiefling though?
No, that
Or
was.
what-
Carl was the original
Yeah.
first king of Redmond. He was a tiefling turned human.
Yeah,
The
that's
current-
that's what I figured.
The
You said
current
tiefling.
the current prince is Oswald Redmond, who hasn't been seen in the past
Yeah.
year because he's been hunting. Oh, sorry, 6 years because he's been hunting the dudes who killed his dad.
Or he's also hiding demon puberty.
I forget, how old was he? He was a little bit older than me, wasn't he?
A little, around the same age, I believe. I don't have the exact on that.
So Carl Redmond founded Redmire, you said?
Is Oswald Redmond the one that's married to Talara Duskfin, the queen?
Yes, he is.
Gotcha.
And he hasn't been seen for the past 6 years because he's been hunting his father's killers.
Gotcha.
And everyone says that, oh yeah, he's out traveling with a host of Red Guard, of Red Oaths. But the Red Oaths are presumably human. But you found one who is a tiefling and has like the bearings of a paladin, but you know, his name is Johann? John? I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of your name.
It's fine.
Name's not John, it's Johann.
You get the sense there may be something else.
What are we doing? I missed it.
And then Vaxxus,
Yep.
you recall one of the random prophecies written down by Peterson Hectors.
Let me fix that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I drink till I don't know.
Yeah.
One of the prophecies was the horned prince will walk the worlds of men.
Oh yeah, wasn't that written down in a thing somewhere?
Yes.
That was like, yeah, right.
That was some wild. Was that in Man, I feel even bad. We've been pooping on this guy and I don't even remember his name anymore.
That was at Rico Skylar's
It was
house,
at Rico's place. Okay.
Yeah, you guys do have copies of those prophecies written down, but you can basically,
It's this thing here.
you're trying to connect all of these dots, and for those who would make insight checks as well.
Did it say
those history
Did it
checks.
say the Horned Prince or the Horned King?
The Horned Prince?
So this is
Okay.
work pen. Work.
Work pants? What?
What have you got?
14.
14?
Hold on a second.
19.
19. The Horned Prince walks the world of men.
Was I supposed to roll too?
No, don't worry about it. If the Horned Prince walks the world of men, and Oswald Redmond is technically right now a prince. He's not yet king. He hasn't stepped up to that plate yet. It's quite possible Johann of the Red Oath was Oswald, going under the name Johann.
Did he look like the right age?
Now that you think about it, he does look about the right age, and you've seen portraits of the prince around.
Yeah.
The horns really just change the appearance of someone, like a very Clark Kent Superman type of way. And Johann's devilish complexion, very Caucasian. And his horns, not that crazy, not that ornate, not that spirally, just two protrusions from the forehead, very similar to yours.
I could just imagine Orlin's think, wait a minute. Pulls up a picture of Johann, moves the horns aside, and eventually, son of a...
Enhance.
So that's one of the revelations that you come to in this moment.
Shit, that was a joke, but alright, if I'm correct.
Where are the missing people in here?
It's
specifically Orla?
Well, Orla did not enjoy the overhaul of what the Trinettes turned into. She didn't go human like the rest. She stuck around for a little while and then took off. No one knows where she went. And you look at some of the other names that are on here. Grave Filler Grim, Punisher Rex. Vaxxus, when you get back, make a history check.
Let me fix that.
What was that guy's name? I said at school, Thaddeus something?
Thaddeus Grim.
Do we know what race he was?
Human.
Should he stole a tiefling name, huh?
History check?
Yeah.
Joke's on you, I got an 8.
Okay. Looking around, you can't help it. You do also find the 2 other empty grave slabs.
Yep.
And you see the names Grave Filler Grim, Punisher Rex. Grave Filler Grim. Sounds kind of sounds something that you would know. It sounds familiar in a way. At Devil's Reach, there was one person in particular who was very displeased about your return. Mostly because it just fucks up his job, his perfect score, let's say. And this was Devil Reaches is the grave digger of Devil's Reach.
Oh, that guy.
Gimbal. Old man Gimbal. Gimbal, the grave digger, grave filler, grim. Could be a coincidence. Might not be.
Would I've seen him or heard from him? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, you've heard from him. Dang, damn it! Get back in the ground where you belong.
No, stop hitting me with that shovel, damn it!
Wouldn't that make this guy like super old?
Huh?
Wouldn't that make this guy like super old?
Potentially. If it's the same person.
I think it's a coincidence.
You say that out loud because nobody knows what you're talking about.
I'm babbling to myself. You're welcome to interrupt me at any time.
You just hear him babbling, grave filler grim, gimbal grave digger.
Excuse me, we
Can
want to
I
figure
do,
out
like, a history
which
check?
fake call is calling us.
While that is going on,
Vox box beckons.
Can I do like a history check or something if I've heard about the grave filler?
yeah, sure. Make a history check.
Do they all have the same type of horns?
No, everyone's horns are different. Some are spiraled, some are curved, some are straight, some start at the forehead, others the temples, others all the way in back.
You did always want to be famous, right, Orlin? Well, here's your big break.
Famous, not infamous.
What'd you roll?
Only 12.
12?
Sounds the same to me.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Did this, what you call it? What do these call it? Did this have a name?
What, the prophecies?
Yeah, the prophecies. Was
Just-
it the Stellarin prophecies?
Technically, they don't have particular names to them. The prophecies were penned by Peterson Hectors while he was studying these Stellarin tribes. Prophecies and epiphanies is something that they seem to dabble in, and they either portrayed these prophecies or taught Hectors the method of their strange star-based prophecies, and he penned these random situations. Some of them have come true. and no one really understands why.
But he got the information how?
Yes.
How did he get the information?
Don't know.
Like,
Don't know. He studied these Stellaran tribes. The Stellaran tribes are weird. You would have to do more research on them.
The dead are rusted.
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see, because I want to message the Trove and ask them about this to see if they can help.
Well, there is a trove in town. You can
Oh, I can just walk there. I don't have to message them.
indeed.
You might want to be careful, Shiima. You start digging into prophecies too much, people will think you're a crazy person. Have you seen the ones with the signs in the road sometimes? Yelling, the end is near, the end is near.
Aren't you one of those?
Used to be.
Sis and I, we came down here together, and that's how we learned the truth as well. And it was Father who came in after us and explained all of this. He wanted to do the same, but I talked him out of it. I figured the truth would I don't know. I thought it might felt better coming from me than him, especially how dinner went. No offense.
It hits a little different when you're the one turning into the monster.
You're not a monster, Orlin. You're just unique.
How old were you two?
Early 20s.
So I got the early preview, I guess.
Well, we weren't out gallivanting as mercenaries. We weren't the ones who had to make hard moral choices out there in the wild world. And that's kind of why Father wants you to just stay as a royal. He doesn't want you to be tempted by this.
You could still be a royal and look like this.
Doesn't the pledges we made to Bahamut and Ray make it more pressing that we help Dender? It further separate ourselves from our history?
When you put it like that, sure. But Bahamut also teaches that you can't fight every war. You can't win at every war. You can't die on every hill.
But just maybe we just need some time, or that we would need an army. We can't do it alone.
No offense, brother, but I feel like you're misinterpreting Bahamut. I think Bahamut would be willing to sacrifice his life in the cause of a worthy war.
And that's exactly what Father doesn't want. He doesn't want you to sacrifice your life. Believe it or not, Father actually cares about you. I know he doesn't show it, but he wouldn't be trying this hard if he didn't care. Take that how you will. And he looks over at the rest of you. Now, I'm sure that this goes without saying, but this doesn't leave this chamber.
Taking notes. Taking notes.
I'll
Drawing pictures.
when I wasn't
Tweet
waiting
it out.
Yes, totally. You're not gonna leave this chamber.
We've been
whatsoever.
at this for hundreds of years. We know how to run our own counter intelligence, counter media, as it
Sending
were.
a message to Marvel.
And yeah, like this isn't a threat; it's a promise. Just don't. Just don't.
While I wasn't making comments and weird faces at Orlin every time he said monster, I was polishing off a bottle of wine, so I wasn't even paying attention to him.
As you're polishing off a bottle of wine, you're taking in this space with low rolls. I understand, but it takes you a while to get there. The the more rough symbol of the Trinette house, you have seen it before on the Sin Guards back home.
Have I seen any of this stuff in the Trove or anywhere else?
No, this it's like the House
They're good
Trinette symbol, but only in the crypts.
The House Trinette's symbol in the crypts are a lot more jagged and rougher than the official Trinette symbol. Show them once more.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
No, I saw it. I guess I'll just mention.
Like that's the modern one.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but rough.
That's the
Like
politically
darker, yeah.
correct one, and this is the not politically correct one.
Correct.
I'll just mention that to Orlin. You know, Orlin, you probably haven't visited my town before, but your house symbol looks, and especially down here, looks very similar to what the Sin Guard used back at Devil's Reach. Maybe that's where they came from.
It's at that point you remember, because Lindira talks about it every now and then. In the Sin Guard's initiation, they usually have to learn like the house, the histories of the Sin Guard, how it got started, how it got funded, and whatnot. And the guy who started it became the very first Beast Warden Rex. Punisher Rex.
I think we might be related, Orlin.
Cousins!
So you stay away from my fucking sister.
I was just like processing that information.
Yeah.
Welcome to Game of Thrones.
Push him out a window.
Episode 1.
I like how you say that, but we're in a crib, so.
That's what makes it great.
We seal him down here. What's
Family reunion. Can't leave. To address the weirdness of that, all of these people not related by blood. The first Trinette family was really just the first people who were left alive at the end of the Dark War, who were part of the same clan. They took the same last name, so it's not as weird as it sounds, I promise.
You said that other symbol that was more dirty was the Redmond symbol? Or what was the name for that one?
You haven't seen
Like that one, does it have a name connected to it?
the Redmond symbol. Go ahead and make a history check, actually. If you don't mind.
Vaxxus might get out of
I
here
just
before
wanted
he
to
starts
know
hearing banjos.
what the blood symbol name was for.
Oh, sure.
Guidance.
History,
Guidance himself.
17.
17.
She's been working
The
assistant.
symbol in this chambers.
Still have that, like,
The symbol in this chambers is the banner of the Beastmasters. These were the devil cultists that eventually became House Trinette. And with that roll, you can guess that the other houses that are brought up, House Lamlin, House Chuchudon, they probably have similar heritage. One of the symbols is it almost looks like a teardrop with a flame on the inside. That was probably the Ember Bloods. Another house's symbol is a bunch of stars with eyes in them. These were the Farseers.
What was the symbol for Shudon and Lamlin?
Those ones that I told you. Chudon.
So the Chudon is...
Chudon were the Ember Bloods that have what now you kind of put two and two together, it is a blood drop with fire
So
inside.
Trudon is the Everbloods.
Yes, and House Lamlin it used to be the Farseers.
Okay.
And the Trinettes were the Beastmasters. The story that they were mercenaries is just part of the historical cover-up. The buried truth.
It's getting weirder down here. I'm leaving.
Have we completed what we were supposed to do here?
I think so.
I believe so.
Are we free to go up and what was the point of this again? To go up to the family
History
and tell
lesson.
them that we learned stuff?
To prove to the Duke that Orlin understands his history, where he comes from, and why, and this way you can make a more informed choice. If you continue to become a mercenary, just know that you will be tempted, and if you are, well, that could become you. A lot sooner than you would probably like.
Still going to accept it.
Do you have any questions for me, since we're down here, before we head back up? I'd like not to talk about this in public.
Who was Carl Redmond married to?
He, I believe, was just married to a commoner. Mariah, I believe her name was.
So, and Orla.
The
is
original Orla, you
she-
mean?
Yeah, the original Orla. Is she the same age as Carl? Like, was she
In
around?
the same era.
Was she around when it was founded as well?
Yes, she fought in the Dark War under the banner of Carl the Red
Okay.
and his Red Men.
Are they related? Like,
Honestly,
like, is
the
he her
genealogy.
father or something?
Honestly, that type of genealogy is unknown. If I had to guess, no. Carl was just the most, I don't know, impressive tiefling at the time, and he was able to rouse the other, rally the other cultists under his banner.
And was the original Orla married to anybody important?
Actually, she was originally married to your great-great-great-great-grandfather, Russell Trinette, and bore his children, but
Oh, that's a great.
yeah.
I've
Okay.
been
But she
making my
didn't
way
stick
upstairs.
around.
So,
Once people started, once the Trinettes started to change into humans, she didn't want to stick around, and then he remarried just a peasant woman by the name of Tina. But as far as I'm aware, Orla the Hellcat is indeed your ancestor, our ancestor.
I don't have any more questions.
I don't think I have any more questions.
I've been walking up the stairs.
It's a lot of stairs to go up.
Oh, yeah.
Long minutes pass, and the Fist, led by Marquis Durance, make their way upwards out of the crypts of the Trinettes, leaving behind the confusing history of Orlin's past, of Redmire's past.
Does he have to like reset all those traps and puzzles like on our way out?
Interesting enough, as you leave each chamber, the door closes behind you, and you hear like this crazy whirlwind sound. And if you choose to like peek back in, the puzzles are reset. It seems that is one of the charges of the spirits who guard this place.
Okay.
And who knows, maybe the puzzles change.
There's a spirit like picking up all the feathers off the ground.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
Floating them back to the chest.
When we get to the 3rd floor, I point at the hands on the door and tell Durance they might want to wipe that one down with alcohol.
Oh sure, not
They're,
good
We
idea.
can
Guys, we're-
request an invitation to that.
Since he's going upstairs manually, I want to lag behind so everyone passes me, and then I'm going to use my cape to appear at the front of the entrance.
All right.
Is that a teleport?
I cast Dimension Door.
Oh, Dimension Door, okay.
What does it look like as you cast it?
I'm just kind of twirl behind my cape and just vanish.
And,
Phantom of the Opera.
in a Phantom of the
Returns
Opera
the-
tuxedo mask fashion, just and there is like a little
I want to do
puff of flame, and you emerge on the 1st floor of the Trinette mausoleum, and
Wait, how did you get here already?
Did you see me pass you?
I want to.
Getting slow.
I'm getting drunk, but not yet. You're a liar. How did you do
We're
that?
still on the same day, right?
correct.
So we're gonna do like a rest soon.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna vortex orbit back down the stairs.
I lag behind you. You gotta see if you even saw me do it.
Well, I mean, if you appear in front, then I can see you in front of me, and then I can do the spell.
You're on the bottom level. You have to wait like
Yeah.
10 minutes before you get back up to us.
Well, can't you only?
It's like 500
Isn't
feet.
it a certain distance?
Yeah, it's like
500 feet, he can make
Really?
it.
500 feet.
Yeah, that's a little.
Dimension Door is a fun spell.
I would have been the first one to see.
But yeah, teleporting shenanigans are had. You guys make your way to.
I cast
the-
banishment.
On.
I could also.
Kulkras.
Do you?
Yes.
Kulkras, make a saving
From
throw.
this plane.
I just go to a pocket dimension if I'm from this plane.
Yeah, for like a minute.
Oh, just pocket dimension.
Is it charisma or wisdom?
Charisma.
Okay. Everyone, waste your spells now.
Hey, mine's a cloak.
Shima, do you
I
use the,
teleport to somewhere else. I know.
do you,
I just
back
do-
to Dender? This is too weird.
Yeah, after Vaxxus banishes
11.
Kulkras,
I just-
Shiima teleports Vaxxus.
That was an 11.
Yeah.
We all just teleport each other.
Kulkras, this is interesting. Kulkras, you find yourself
I go invisible.
in a realm of madness. You cannot make sense of anything that you see. There is color, there is textures of. Imagine 5 different types of rooms, inside and outside, that are blurry and put into a blender. There are things, there are shapes. You cannot tell what anything is. And there are sounds. There are like loud clanging noises of metal on metal. There's music notes played in reverse of songs you don't even know. You hear language spoken that is reverberating and stretching in odd ways, and you can't tell if you're standing, flying, floating, or about to fall down. You don't even know which way is up.
Must be the song of the first wife, Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I think so.
The things you smell don't make sense. You smell putrid, you smell cinnamon, you smell beautiful lavender. All of these crazy sensations assault your mind, and for every agonizing second of this minute-long casting, you feel tendrils just wrap around your bodies, but you don't see them anywhere. Yes, Vaxxus?
I'm gonna fart where he was at, like right before he got back.
Do you do anything in this space? Because you still have actions.
That's the only spell I have.
So yeah, you just spend the next minute just experiencing this crazy existence of a demiplane, and then after what feels like an eternity, but it's only a minute that passes, you find yourself back in the Memorial Gardens, and it smells like farts.
I swing. oh, I'm not there.
Punch him in the ass.
I kind of like cupped it and like threw it over there.
First, for shits and giggles, Shiima, do you expend the last charge on your Mog to... Okay. After shenanigans have passed and the fist...
I hit Vaxxus.
And the fist make their way back to
That was a horrible
House
thing.
Trinette.
That's what you're doing to people. Good for them, but no.
Hey, welcome to my dreams. All right, it's not fun for me either.
Just because your dreams suck doesn't mean my reality has to.
Quit being a show off. That's what you get.
No.
We need to go to bed.
What time is it anyway?
like
It is
late night,
late.
right?
It is late. By this point, because you guys took a couple short rests in the crypts, it's pushing around 10 p.m., I'd say. You make your way back to the to House Trinette. The long walk through the garden paths there. You are met by Kaz, your bodyguard and master of arms here of House Trinette.
So, heard you went into the crypts.
I did. It was a enlightening experience.
I can only imagine. I had to accompany your siblings when they went, and all I can say is I do not envy you, but I do not think less of you.
And by the way, are you horned out or?
Yeah.
Well, that thing wore off, right?
You can choose to put it back on, but that is up to you. It will last for the rest of this night.
Yeah, I'll
and
put it
in the
back on.
morning. Okay.
No one thinks less of you or your family. And rest assured, the secret is safe with me.
You smell like Kulkras.
You all smell weird.
Smell like the ground.
I appreciate the
I smell like
sentiments.
sand.
Let's get you inside.
Everyone makes their way back into House Trinette. The servants go and fetch your mother and sister to greet you all as you enter. Well, I would like to hope that the family secrets stay secret. She looks at Shiima specifically, knowing full well that they work for the Cerulean Trove.
It's fine. This is just a normal... What day is today? See, everything's fine. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
Monday, I think? Well, this is the same day that we teleported to Redmire, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's still Monday, I think.
Is that what they call these days?
Well,
Mondays?
That's Sunday.
this one?
The one you're
Starts
on
with
is
a M?
Sunday. Yeah, it goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
So Monday is the one that starts with a G?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on Sunday then.
The equivalent
Sunday
of
night.
Terra's
Sure.
Sunday.
A lot has happened in this day, I couldn't fit it all in one.
Well, we have some rooms made up for the rest of your companions, should you wish to stay. Do you wish to stay here?
No, we got nowhere else to be right now.
You can stay at an inn in town if you'd like. You don't have to stay in Trinette House if you don't want to.
That's fine.
This is the nicest place you guys have ever been, admit it.
Do you think this mansion's gonna be haunted also?
Probably. It's several hundred years old, I believe.
What do you mean haunted also? Are you telling me that wasn't my fault that you guys were having nightmares?
Your house was haunted, his mansion was haunted.
Aha. Inside check.
Make an insight check.
Do
Make
I-
a persuasion or deception check, your
I
choice.
don't even know what I'm supposed to be persuading.
Uh-huh.
That it's haunted or
He's not convinced that his house was haunted.
You might be.
Okay. Oh, I got a bean.
I definitely did not get a bean.
I got a bean.
B. Haunted house? Nah. Not your place that you put that your father put blood, sweat, and tears into.
A weird green blue one.
Now, that mansion might have been by ill-gotten means, but you're lying to me, alright? It wasn't haunted, you're just having bad dreams.
Sure.
What does it taste like?
I'm not sure yet. I think this might be the black pepper one. I've had it before.
For the sake of brevity, the rest of the Fist are escorted into their own individual rooms. These rooms are 3 times the size of the rooms of the perk homes in Boldor. Each bed is in like the center of the room. It's a queen size bed with very, very fine sheets of gold and red. There is a very beautiful ornate washing basins and legged tubs, silk robes for sleepwear or after shower wear, and every room has a little tray of dried biscuits and food, and self-heating pots of tea. Orlin, your mother, Mara, says, your father is waiting for you in his study. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I guess.
She looks at you, wipes a little bit of grave dust from your cheek. You are my son. I'm always going to do this. You cannot take it away from me.
You said we're already in our rooms by now?
For the sake of brevity, sure.
Okay,
Is there an
so we don't know what's going on.
Correct.
Is there an echo in the room if we say anything? Is it that big? Hello?
Do I have
There-
a window?
Yes, everyone does have a window. It may or may not be blocked by a column, but there is a window.
Tomorrow morning is going to be interesting
Oh,
for me.
columns.
Oops, all columns.
How tall is the ceiling in the room?
15 feet.
You're gonna have a long fall.
The ceiling is actually decorated to almost look like clouds on a golden sky. Your mother fusses with your hair a little bit, and as she does, even though the illusionary glamour hides the horns, people can still feel them there.
Mm-hmm.
And she just holds your face in her hands. I will always love you, Orlin. You are always going to be my son, and nothing is going to take that away from me. Do you understand?
I give her a hug.
She hugs you back.
Alright, lead the way.
She leads you up these stairs into a far-off chamber. This is where your father studies. This is your father's personal study. He never lets anyone in here. If he does, it is for the very, very, very few times that he is ever congratulatory to the people in his service, whether it is a servant who did a really good job at something, or an achievement that your sister or your brother had. You have never been invited into this study. You have asked, and the answer that you would get from your father is along the lines of, when we have something worth talking about, I'll invite you to my study. So, for the first time, you can you've probably snuck in here once or twice in the past, but now is the time when you can actually step in and take in the space for what it is. Very large room with fine red carpeting, walls of books across everything. There is a grandfather clock that would be filling the sound space of this room if it weren't for a crackling fire that is currently going on, and a Vox box with a record playing soft violin music. Next to the fireplace are two tall chairs, and your father isn't sitting in one of them. Instead, he is positioned by the fireplace, just staring into the fire. He doesn't even acknowledge you coming in. Take a seat, Orlin. We have much to talk about.
Go ahead and sit down.
After you sit down, your father continues to stare at the fireplace. I hope you understand why I am apprehensive about you gallivanting as a mercenary.
To save face, yes.
To save you. There are temptations out there with quick and easy answers, quick and easy responses. And most of those are not moral, let us say. He looks over at you finally, and he takes a seat. He still walks with a cane, and he sits himself across from you. I just don't want you to go out there and make the wrong choices that could potentially damn you. And worse off, I don't want you putting your life in danger.
I believe there's other forms of moral decay that can happen if I was to be in charge of some random village. That power also corrupts.
Do you truly believe, do you think that lowly of yourself?
I think that it is not my strength to be the governor of an area, and that I would lose focus, opening the way to those temptations that I'm trying to avoid.
It is a father's duty to instruct their son on how to live according to family traditions and family values. If this is truly what you believe, then clearly I have failed as a father. And as a duke.
I've done more good in the last 4 months than I probably would have in the next 4 years as another nobleman, attending court balls and dancing.
Duke takes a sip of some table whiskey that he has nearby, and he doesn't even ask, he doesn't offer. He just pours you a glass and rolls it closer to you.
I take a swig, but then I grimace when I do it.
It'll put hair on your chest. Your mother says you need it. Listen. I understand that I am not the most easy to get along with. I was raised to be a ruler of those under me, to rule justly. And I was expected to sire children who would do the same and would lead better than I would, than my father would and his father before him, and so on. And to lead in a way That is most certainly better than our ancestors. Regardless of the situation, they chose shortcuts to power, to safety and security. And those who thought better changed themselves, not only for their sakes, but for the sake of the people that they could see themselves ruling over. I guess I never thought or imagined that those two ways could be meshed. That in order to save, in order to rule, one must be put in danger and pick up the sword instead of a quill.
You have to feel there's a different energy in the air than there were in past years. There's so much going on in the world right now, and it needs people to pick up the sword. Maybe not everybody, but some of us.
There's always been something going on in the world. Some catastrophe or disaster, cults, bandits. You have just been able to see more of it outside of these walls, outside of these rings around this city. There's going to be problems wherever you go, before and after we are here. Make a persuasion check against your father.
21.
Oh.
I do not like the idea of my own son risking their life. How little importance you put in your own life, I still worry about you. But if this is where the gods are calling, urging you to go, as long as you remember our family values and you act accordingly in a way not befitting the family name, but honoring those who sought to redeem our forefathers. What else can I do but accept?
One day you're going to hear about the list and Orlin Trinette on the Vaxxus, and maybe you'll feel a little bit of pride at what I've done.
I already have. I feel fear more than pride. But there is pride. The music of the Vox starts to swell. Have you heard of this piece before?
Have I?
I don't know, Dad, have I?
History?
Has it played on repeat?
No. This is a, you've probably heard it. It's actually just, like, very boring background music that the Vox plays throughout the cities when there's not an announcement to be made.
It's the elevator music.
Yeah, but in the form of violin, and if elevator music had solos, this would be like the point where it's about to come up. And he walks over to the Vox and he starts to turn it up right as the loudest part of the solo begins. And as that happens, he drops his cane and he rushes over towards you. And he gets close. Son, listen closely. I don't have much time, but you need to hear my words. I believe the house may be in danger.
Target.
And that is where we're going to take a quick break.
I just want to say that I'm up in my room doing like patty cake biscuits. I'm like, this is comfy. But then I walk off the bed and I go to sleep in the bathtub.
So yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. Enjoy these announcements, and we'll get back to you real soon.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast program to bring you these interdimensional announcements from the Underground Initiative. We would like to offer our thanks to the people and organizations that help make the Underground Initiative what it is today. Some of the music you're hearing in the background comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. These horror music pioneers can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or at their website at midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 works of musical genius, most of which he's made available for others to use using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. His work can be viewed on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal music on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. Various artists and animators were vital in bringing the Underground Initiative to life. We would like to thank Edvartigo, who can be found at twitter.com/Edvartigo. Sunzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sunzaki Kojika, and CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Butts.
We have returned. So, Orlin, your father, you are in your father's study chambers. The Voxmox is playing a sick violin solo in the tune of elevator music, but you know that this will last like a couple minutes.
The devil went down to Georgia.
Kinda. I was thinking more Cotton Eye Joe, but sure.
The devil went down to branch off work.
He leans in and tells you that the family is potentially in danger.
I reach over, grab my whiskey, and shoot it.
I know not the specifics, but I believe that our territories and potentially Redmire, in general, may be under the influence, or at the very least, the pressure of outside influences. Have you heard of the Underminer? Make a history check.
The Underminer.
Yes, I think I saw that episode of Scooby-Doo.
7.
I do talk about
That was the
Scooby-Doo.
Incredibles. He was one of the villains. The Underminer.
I don't know. That's
crap.
Yeah, he was robbing banks because he would dig under them. He's like, I am the Underminer.
Wait, which one?
Well, now you
That
gotta
was
change
one of the
his name.
Incredibles
Well,
movies,
as long
I
as the
swear.
context isn't the same, it's fine.
Well-
no, that was at the end of the first one, right?
It might have been.
It was the end of the
He was
first
just-
movie.
Yeah, he was just like a throwaway.
I am
bad
below
guy.
everyone, but no one is below me.
Yeah, now you gotta change the name. It's already been taken.
Well, let's pause it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're gonna have to over.
The Underminer is a dwarven mob boss of some sort. He employs dwarven. It is presumed that the Underminer employs outcast dwarves to serve for him. It is my understanding that Arbington is now dabbling in mining mag. Is this true?
Yes.
According to the report that you sent me.
Yes, definitely.
It wasn't supposed to be a mining town. It was supposed to be It was supposed to be meant for crop development and production, but the funds were spent otherwise. And once I noticed these discrepancies,
Oh, wait. You're talking about Arbington?
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking of,
Wangdale.
yeah.
Arbington, as you know, is the entire reason why you got out of the house in the first place.
That was the one with the goblin.
Yeah, I remember we did have some kind of rumors about mag mining there, I believe, but I don't remember the specifics.
The specifics were Arbington is a fresh settlement in Arcala. It's only been around for 1 year and a handful of months. The Trinette family owns Arbington. They are responsible for its development and whatnot. But according to your father, it is supposed to be meant for growing crops and livestock, etc. They weren't supposed to be a mining town, but there was a mining vein found nearby, and originally it was your brother Durance who floated the idea to the mayor, the steward of that town, Michael Thame, that instead of the short results of crop yields and whatnot, the town could build itself up a little bit faster through the mining of mag instead. This also means that a lot of guards that were supposed to be posted at the town were not hired. They were short. The town was essentially short-changing itself and going full-on mineral mining. I mean, like they still have foods and crops and stuff, but they shuffled their funds to mining as well. And I'm not gonna do the voice because I'm bad at it. Your father basically describes that the mining equipment was dwarven bought, or was bought from dwarves. From the pickaxes to the mine carts to support beams designed to hold up mining structures. That wasn't supposed to be the case, and recently Michael Thame had a encounter with some dwarven caravanners who basically muscled their way through and demanded a large portion of the mined mag be surrendered to them, and basically just threw a bunch of gold at Michael Thame's face in a way to like keep this quiet. Obviously, he wasn't. He didn't keep quiet about it, and your father now knows about it. And these dwarven thugs tossed around the name the Underminer. Not only that, but after the Fist's excursion into Langdale, other reports were found that Langdale was also being muscled by the Underminer. Large amounts of mag were being shipped to this individual. And here's the weird part. Even during Langdale's thrall of control of demonic entities, they were still selling mag to the Underminer and his underlings. I don't know how many settlements are being bullied by this criminal, but I fear that my son, your brother Durrance, might be involved. I don't know if he is in league with the Underminer. I don't know if he's being extorted. And I have not talked to him about this. Since you are so concerned about going out into the world and righting the wrongs that you see out there, I would like for you to investigate this.
Absolutely, especially if Terrence is involved. Is it wrapped up in it?
The only place I want to go next is to Mount.
Obviously, this is... I will be transparent with you. My concerns are twofold. I am concerned about the image of the Trinette house, absolutely. But I'm also concerned for the well-being of my children. And I would not ask this of you unless I was confident that you and your troop were capable. Know this.
We'll take care of it. We'll ask around, see what we can find out.
It is at this point the music of the box starts to quiet down. The solo is over. Like I said, that whiskey will put hair on your chest.
It's pretty gross, I'm not gonna lie. More of a beer and tea drinker.
You'll get used to it. Anyways, I believe we've talked enough.
Since we have been talking a little business, can I ask you a question? As a mercenary group who has jobs ahead of them, while we were in Baldor, we found some tainted meat that had our sigils and a couple other of the house's sigils on it, and it was coming from a different continent.
You speak about Greenwood Harbor in Lahir.
Yes.
Yes, I am made aware of this development. Greenwood Harbor, as you might know, it's not on the map.
It's down here, isn't it?
It's south of Maori.
Arcala? It's on Arcala, right?
No,
Down south.
it is its own island, south of Maori.
It's below the mustache.
Below the mustache.
Might not look at what I posted for all the work in progress.
The island of Lahir yields various whaling ventures for the three houses of Trinette, Tudon, and Lamlin. It was one of the few times that our three houses, after the Dark War, came together and actually did something that benefited all of us. I believe it was House Tudon that built the whaling vessels to contain large amounts of whaling blubber and product. House Lamlin, Net is good at navigating the waters safely, and our house is adept at hunting these whales. So together we struck up a nice whaling venture and fishing venture, and the tribes folk of here have been more than helpful in pointing out where the best fishing spots are. But lately, over the past, honestly just the last couple of weeks, I've been told that some of the meat that's been coming back from there has been fouled in some way. I know not how. Perhaps something is going wrong with our packaging methods, or perhaps something else is going on. I'm surprised that the family business is concerning to you. Why is that?
As the leader of the Fist, we're always looking for job opportunities, so we have to explore anything that may lead to job hooks, and this was one of them. So there's no shady dealings with the Trinettes as far as you know?
As far as I'm aware...
I don't want to go down a road and find out things that I'm not supposed to reveal later on, because you know I'm bad at lying.
As far as I'm aware, no shady dealings as far as Greenwood Harbor is concerned, to the best of my knowledge.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure, go ahead. 12. He seems pretty straightforward and honest. Your father, you know, is a hard ass. He wants things run perfectly. For business to go awry is something that it not just affects the Trinette family name, it affects the populace, because the Trinettes are expected to provide sustenance and food to the people. If shady dealings go wrong or are exposed, not only could the Trinettes be stripped of that authority and duty, the next guy might not be as good as the Trinettes. So he, your father, Byron, wants very much for business to run smoothly.
As far as Orlin knows, other than what he just told me about Durance, has the Trinette's always been on the up and up? There's no, like in the Godfather movies, Michael Corleone is legit, but everybody knows that they're doing other stuff. There's no feeling of that with Orlin, with the Trinette's?
Make a history check.
11.
As far as you know, the Trinettes have honestly been trying their hardest to be on the up and up. It was either your father or your grandfather who actually started the Moonlit Ball in Redmire because of the existence of this secret club known as Club Mask that is very much like a devil's casino that opens up demi-portals and entrances randomly during the full moons. And the Trinette family makes a point to always attend the Moonlit Ball as a show of, there's shady shit going on, but I'm right here. You know where I'm at. You know where my family's at. And whoever doesn't show up, they're probably doing shady shit. So Trinette is one of those families that definitely tries to go above and beyond to prove just how on the up and up that they are. And now that you are aware of your family's true history, that probably has some force of reinforcement to that theory. The other houses, I'm not going to say that they do shady business, but they do business with various entities in order to get certain projects moving probably a little bit faster than they should. Granted, these are projects that ultimately lead to the development of Redmire and whatnot, but take that as you will with an 11. Are there any other questions you have for me?
Do you have any ideas where the Underminer is based out of?
Underground.
I can only surmise that the Underminer as a dwarf could very well be underground, or perhaps the Underminer is simply using dwarves as a form of misdirection. I'm sure the law halls would have a little bit more information about them and their dealings, but to the best of my knowledge, individuals who have been captured or apprehended who claim to work for this Underminer claim that they're just two-bit thugs throwing around a big name to intimidate people, but who knows if they're actually telling the truth. So what now is the Fist going to be doing? I give you my blessing to continue adventuring in the name of the Trinettes.
Well, as you're aware, we are 1 star and we need to get to 3 star, was it?
Yes.
So, in the morning we're going to check the law offices, see what missions are in our range.
So you won't be staying long then?
No. We have business to attend to.
I see. Just stay safe out there. The world is much more dangerous than you realize.
I'll do my best. And I'll bring honor to the family.
You see that your father, the Duke, wears a warm expression, but and this is a moment that you can sense without even rolling insight that this is a moment that he is allowing for himself to experience. And then you see his expression harden, downs the rest of his whiskey. I will be the judge of that.
I'm gonna look around the room. What's in here? Since this is one of my first times in here, I want to look around the room and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Make a perception check.
16.
16. There's lots of books about very boring topics. The histories of Redmire, the history of Arcala as a whole.
Farming 101.
Farming 101. Different, an encyclopedia of various fruits and vegetables, seeds, animals, 10 different ways to, 112 ways to skin a cow. Lots of books that pertain to the family business. There's a big cigar crate in one of the corners. And a handful of vinyl-ish records, various music that comes out of vents, performers and bards and whatnot.
I'm gonna bring you some better music next time I'm here.
Everyone's a critic.
The cigars are from Shiima's lab. which makes them fun because we're not trading with them.
Indeed. Your father flips a switch of the flue of the fireplace, and the fire starts to slowly put itself out. Off to bed with you. You have a long day tomorrow.
Indeed.
And he escorts you out of his study, and he actually hangs back for a while. He's not going to walk you to your room. But outside, down the hall, You see your servant, Henry, just sort of like waiting in the hall to attend you as his job.
It's good to see you, Henry.
It's good to see you too. Did you have what was it like in there?
All business as you can expect.
I believe it. Well, to your quarters.
It's been a while since I've had a good bath, and apparently smell like farts. So can you get a bath ready for me?
I shall draw you a bath at once, Count Orlin. And he makes his way over, and that happens.
What's the picture look like?
No.
We gotta check that Bardico about that.
Is there anything that you guys would like to do this night? Any preparations and whatnot?
I switch attunements on my magic items. The ring for the boots, the spider climbing.
All right. Vaxxus, do you sleep on top of the bed or under?
Under the bed.
Okay. Do you take the blankets off the top and bring them down?
No,
Like
but I
cord?
think maybe I'll take a pillow this time.
All right. Yeah, these pillows are really nice.
Servants come in later. What the hell?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fun part.
If a servant comes by, I'm gonna grab him by the ankle. Don't tempt me. Monster!
A long rest is had, and in the morning, Orlin, Saoirse shifts their form into
The Drake form.
into a drake form, winged, 4 claws. They stretch their long neck and just gives a
little more open space for you here. You can spread your wings.
stretch their wings and they fly. How big is Saoirse in this form?
She's small, so like as big as a big dog, I guess.
Okay.
Although I think the dogs in D&D are medium, but
All right. So Saoirse attempts to like climb on your head, but realizes that she's a little bit too big. Tries to settle on your shoulders, but her claws are digging into your shoulders. It is at this point that the glamour is no longer in effect, and from now on, Orlin is horny, unless there is a way that you would like to circumvent that.
does my helmet still fit?
Your helmet does
Wear a
fit.
full suit
Thankfully, your helmet is magical, so it can form to your head, no problem.
Does the helmet grow horns to cover the horns?
In order to accommodate it, it would have to.
I don't
It
know.
is like draconic shape, so it kind of matches.
Just remember, if you have to keep that horniness under control and you're in public, easy now.
Henry does greet you in the morning. Good morning, my lord. My lord, you have a little something.
I had some whiskey last night. I think it messed me up.
You know, Father always told me not to drink. Make a persuasion check.
Blame it on Vaxxus.
Man,
Only
Is Henry younger than Orlin is, or
16,
what?
like a year. He's like almost the same age.
I wrote that Henry's 18,
Yeah.
so we learned that at some point.
How old is Orlin?
19. He turned 19 during the campaign.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's younger than you. What'd you roll?
What did I say? 16?
You rolled a 2.
I'm never gonna touch it.
I was only kind of bluffing. I was like the groggy sleep nonsense that you have.
He believes it. Breakfast is held at the Trinette Manor.
Hold on.
Someone's gonna have to wake me up out of bed then.
Alright, I go downstairs.
Got it.
I push him out the window.
Sure.
Push me
One
to
of
shit.
the elven servant, Lyra, tries to is the one to knock on your door, Shiima. Hello, it is morning.
Nothing happens.
Huh?
Nothing happens.
I'm housekeeping. I'm coming in.
Are you dead?
Where do they find you?
In the bathroom. Probably with like a squishy pillow, like holding the pillow. Sleeping.
Well, friggin' bunch of sleeping weirdos now.
I sleep normally.
For now.
Freaking weirdos.
Pardon me, Shiima.
Mm,
It's morning.
is it?
Yes.
It's dark in here.
Uh-oh.
Lyra snaps her fingers and prestidigitates some lights.
I could do that too.
Breakfast is served in the main hall. Do you need help getting ready?
No, I'll be down soon.
Very well.
Can I take this pillow with me?
Make a persuasion check.
Nice.
It's so squishy. Persuasion.
She'll be mine. She'll be my squishy.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a different screen for that one.
Yeah, I know. Just 12.
Just 12?
I could guidance myself too. I don't know if that would matter.
Lyra's just sighs and says, "You'd be surprised at how often pillows go missing around here." And she
I'm
gives you a
no-
wink
I'm
and
no thief.
she gives you a wink and leaves the chamber as you don't need help getting up.
Glad Vaxxus
According to
wasn't
her.
around to hear that one.
I don't let go of the pillow. I just walk downstairs.
It is so nice.
It's so squishy. Like I'm just hugging it and like kneading it with my claws a little bit.
Breakfast is served by the servants. Orlin, your brother and sister, and Durance's girlfriend also appears.
I wrote her name
Wait,
down,
is that
I think.
her?
Lilina.
Oh, Lilina, yeah. Abstract.
This week.
Me bugging anybody that stares at my horns.
Well, are you wearing your
Yeah, a lot of the servants.
Not for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
A lot of these servants definitely try their best not to direct their attention to that. But breakfast is there. I can't speak today. Your mother, Myra, attends. Your father does not. Your mother speaks up. So, what will the fist be doing today?
Temple law office.
Library.
Oh gosh, that sounds dreadful. I guess I have to pick
Shopping,
one.
I mean, you could just stay here and hang out.
Maybe I can brew. That sounds kind of nice.
You can go back under your bed.
I'll keep an eye on Orlin. How does that sound?
Certainly. Orla just looks at the help, and they are all trying very hard not to stare at you. And Orla points her direction at you. And that's what you get for making fun of the way I do my hair. They're convinced that your sister is just playing a prank, and that is why you have horns.
Man, the help is so gullible. I love it.
She rolled really high.
They're peasants, what do you expect?
They're nobles. They're weird.
Very eccentric.
Durance speaks up. Father tells me that you guys aren't going to be staying in Redmire for very long.
We have 2 stars there, and it might take a little bit. The sooner we get on it, the better.
Off dragon slaying. That's the goal for the fist.
Yes.
Well, best of luck. I'm told that the new dragon that is out there is very hardly ever seen in the past year or so.
We always hear about the dragon, but surely we can't be waging a war against one dragon. What are his minions?
To the best of my knowledge, whenever the first dragon graced Shah Nalor 26 years past, he brought with him a host of wyverns, kobolds, and dragonborn. Now, I understand that kobolds can breed very, very quickly. They can reach adulthood in 9 days or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's nuts. They're really good at making traps and making tunnel systems. So the Dragonborn, they are there as well, and they have been swelling their numbers every chance that they get. So really, it's just a siege against the remnants of Cinderwing's army that continuously attempts to replenish itself, as well as an additional true dragon that only shows up every now and then just to remind people that there are still dragons over there. But to the best of my understanding, there was only the one Cinderwing that went out there, and he was slain by the Crown Prince and his entourage.
What does Hidovrad think of the Dragonborns in Shanalor? Do you know?
No, what if they have an opinion, they keep it to themselves.
And they're not participating in the war at all?
Nope.
Weren't we told that the daredevils killed the dragon, or no?
The daredevils were part of the Crown Prince's entourage that killed the dragon, yes.
The last one before Cinderwing?
Cinderwing.
Oh, these.
There's another one after Cinderwing, but we don't have it.
There is a new unnamed dragon that started to appear after Cinderwing was slain.
Okay.
No one knows its name. No one can really pinpoint what type of dragon it is. It shows up, wrecks house, and leaves
They don't know where
quickly.
that one came from either.
Correct, because like a lot of Shan Nalor saw like dragon, like the main dragon fly overhead across the entire continent, along with like its host of wyverns, and there wasn't a secondary true dragon with Cinderwing on that first assault. Granted, this is 26-year-old intel. This dragon could have come from anywhere.
Could have been it could have been the dragon spreading the rumors. You just sit there whispering to people, "Hey, I heard the dragons, blah 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 blah."
How long ago was Cinderwing killed?
I
wasn't
believe
transformed.
1 year ago.
We
True,
already
yeah, if
know.
he's got
We
magic.
already know.
Oh no,
one
sorry.
person.
6 years ago. 6 years ago.
And that was the same time as the old king was assassinated?
Correct. Cinderwing was killed by the Crown Prince and his entourage during the celebration dinner of that slaying. The king was slain by his entourage that was lit, and then those individuals were later referred to as the daredevils because they somehow escaped execution by some sort of weird magical means.
I'm gonna point out, we already know one person who's a dragon in disguise. There could be another person in Shanalor who's a dragon in disguise. And that's why
Did
they
not talk about that?
I'm sorry, what now?
I don't know.
She's drunk.
Are we supposed to not talk about that?
Shiima's very shy and soft-spoken. You see her hiding behind the pillow, right?
Yeah, I have my pillow and I'm just like eating over it.
Quick, banish her.
Modified memory.
I do believe Orlin's saying that out loud, too.
No, she's sleep talking. Banish her. There's no need to worry. What are you fucking waiting for?
I'll just do Dimension Door and take her with me outside.
There
Sorry,
you
we gotta go.
You drop her off in the fountain real quick.
Yeah.
There is no long cat in Redmire. Very well then. Well,
Is Lilina look surprised by my appearance?
make an insight check.
11.
11. She does, and there is like a little bit of light whispering between her and Durance, and you can kind of pick it up. It's essentially like don't worry about that. My sister's just fucking with him. Oh, okay.
So
You don't know if she believes him or not.
Where are you going today, Kulkras? You've been awful quiet over there.
I figured we go to the law hall. Gotta get work. Jobs.
Right.
Lilina actually speaks up. This gorgeous elven lass with long blonde hair and a high ponytail, wearing like elven dueler's garb. So I'm told that the Fist has been in many encounters. I've only done formal duels myself. I must ask, do you think dueling one-on-one is sufficient in whatever means of combat you have partook in?
Orlin, do you want us to answer honestly, or do you want to take this one?
go ahead and answer honestly.
No.
No.
Now, you see, the world doesn't play fair. You can fight someone one-on-one honestly, but that won't get you anywhere. Who knows how many enemies are out there, what they'll come at you with, what kind of tactics they'll use. I think it's useless. But that's just my opinion.
Plus we bullied like 2 demons.
Kulkras did get beat up by an elf woman though in a one-on-one fight.
Did
I won't.
Banish him.
I cast fireball.
Hold on, I'll banish him for you. I can do that.
Don't make me replenish that necklace.
If you really want to prepare yourself for the outside world, try doing an honest duel against 2, 3, maybe 4 people until you're too tired to continue. Then maybe you'll understand and gain a little perspective in case you are out on your own and against the odds.
Honestly, in this very building, you have one of the best teachers that can teach you on how to fight a real battle with cows.
Cows?
Cows.
Kaz. K-A-Z.
The bugbear.
Cow.
He's not a minotaur.
Is he like white and black? That's like his nickname. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Cowboy man.
Thank you for your honest answer. I appreciate it. Durance here has me under his wing, and I have been learning a lot from him in the art of dueling and fencing in the traditional Redmire sense.
No disrespect, it's a good start, but you have a long way to go. A lot to learn.
Was she asking because she wants to go out on her own and just start fighting people?
You know nothing about her,
Oh, okay.
so you can ask.
Well, just from what I overheard, like, I guess
You know that she's dating Orlin's brother, and that's about it.
Yeah. I'll ask her then, like, are you preparing to become a mercenary, or go out and fight for people or be a bodyguard, or what's your reason?
Well, honestly, I'm just sharing interests with a certain someone, and she puts her hand over Durance's hand and gives it a little squeeze. But honestly, I don't think that, well, if things go well, I don't think Durance would be too happy if I were to leave the house and go adventuring.
Plus Pilates gets older.
Would you like to adventure with him?
I'm not allowed to go adventuring. That honor goes to Orlin here. Now, my duties are to remain here in Redmire to supervise the territories and the responsibilities of the Trinette family, and one day take over Father's position as Duke of the Trinette household, possibly Archduke, should your endeavors prove true. And then I will be given even more responsibility. So choose wisely if you really want to do this, Orlin. Don't give me more work than I need, please.
Orla,
I might just make you Archduke instead.
Orla will help you.
Orla, will you help me? Of course, brother. Someone has to make sure that, you don't fall over under the weight of all that responsibility. Well, I guess I'll always have family to help out, no matter where we end up. We can always rely on each other.
And you'll have Miss Lena here to protect you. I'm sure she's learned quite a bit so far.
Absolutely. And isn't that right? Of course. What is the most brazen thing that you have fought? What was your most fearsome foe?
Something of nightmares, most recently, unless any of you would argue otherwise.
I'm not supposed to talk about that either.
But
Maybe not the fiercest then, but other fearsome entities.
Well, maybe someone else wants a turn, but I don't know. Once I'm on a roll, I just like to keep going. The Blackheart Bandits in particular. Now, they're so brain damaged, they don't know fear. They don't know when to stop, no matter how much of a good idea it would be. You can't reason with them, you can't scare them, they're just mindless brutes. So if you come across them and they want you dead, fight for your life, because they don't care about your life.
Truly terrifying.
For me, it was probably the Drider we faced. It was like taking a page out of our country's history book and bringing back one of our old enemies.
You faced a Drider?
We did.
Mine of mushroom demons was pretty intense.
Where did you face a Drider, may I ask?
In the Ormac Hills.
Silver Silk Valley.
Yeah.
Where the giant spiders were.
Silver Silk Valley. Interesting.
Salic almost pooped himself.
It is my understanding that any Drow populace usually finds themselves in Ithil Fa'ana, also known as the Moon Veil in Hammer's Reach. So it is strange to hear of a Drider that far into Redmire territory.
He seemed a little detached from reality. I have a feeling he was in isolation for a long time.
Odd. Mushroom people? Kulkras?
Yeah, I was at the Wangdale place. The one that he wanted you to lead.
Yes.
I like how we never call it by its actual name. I'm not sure if anybody else follows
You're
or
in
if
the
they're
presence
just...
of a lady.
Isn't that its name?
Langdale.
What do you guys keep calling it the other one for then?
Can I do an insight check? Because I'm just curious why she's asking us about all this.
Yeah,
if
sure.
she really is
Give an
like-
insight check.
If she's just curious or if she
She
has
likes
some
to hear
other
about the
reason.
dimensions.
Everyone
Like,
was
is she really thinking about running off to become like a mercenary and go fight fun things and stuff?
Everyone was possessed by weird mushroom things. We bullied those 2 demons. That's why numbers matter.
Would guidance be used now for an ability check, or this is not an ability check, right?
This is an ability check, so you can use guidance for this should you choose.
You already killed it looks like.
19.
19. What was your question?
Just like her motive behind asking about all these different creatures and like why like us fighting and learning to fight and all that. Like, is she just curious, or does she have some other reason for asking about all this stuff?
Usually you can sort of gather for noble dinner or conversations. This is breakfast. Conversations usually lead one of 2 ways: business or interests. Since right now the people in attendance are mercenaries, fighters, adventurers for hire, it is seen as polite to ask about, oh, well,
Like,
what do
do
you
for work?
Egg,
That kind of thing? Okay.
exactly. However, beyond that, on a 19, you do sense that there is a degree of intent that that she is vetting the Fist's experiences. Whether or not this is for a secret want to gallivant as an adventurer on their own, or maybe she's asking on behalf of Durance or a family member to make the Fist feel comfortable and welcome in this awkward space, especially given last night's less than stellar welcome. She could be nice. She could be. She could have other reasons. It's unsure at this moment.
Analogies.
But she but you do sense that she does take a particular interest.
Burns.
But she does seem genuinely interested in learning about the Fist specifically.
How did you 2 meet?
Now
Well,
at breakfast.
Good question.
I was in a
Good answer.
I was in a fencing tournament, a small scale one of where different fencers from the different kingdoms come in and show off their skill set. I saw Lady Sparktear here, and we hit it off. We challenged each other to a duel, and almost came to a stalemate. I let him win. No, you didn't. Yes, I did.
Did she let him win?
Make an insight check.
Ooh, the real answers need to be
Yeah.
given here.
Is Kaz in here?
What was that?
14.
14? She did let him win. Yes, Kaz is present at the far end of the hall. He's not like present for the conversation. He's just present in the room. But yeah, we hit it off. We realized that we had a lot in common, and well, one thing led to another, and he was convinced that I let him win, so he convinced me to stay by his side and learn under him. He's just been trying to find another reason to beat me, I believe. In dueling.
Are you from Shanalor?
I am. Originally, I was too young once I was very young when the Dragon Crusade happened. I was a refugee. I was brought in to work. I was actually shipped off with the other refugees to Moonvale, and I grew up there. And I wanted to learning what happened to my homeland. I did not want to befall the same fate, so I learned how to defend myself.
If you'd like any advanced lessons, you can come talk to me and learn a little bit about how the real world might work.
I might take you up on that. But it is my understanding that you have important things to do, so I shan't keep you further. The rest of breakfast goes happens unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss.
I'm gonna quietly just punch the pillow into the bag holding. Just punching it down in there, get in there. I need to
Hi, I'm Shiima. I'm not a thief.
Hey, she said it was okay.
Yes, the servant told you it was okay.
Yeah. The hired help was like, yeah, sure, you can steal from the company.
You're literally stealing right in front of everybody. It's okay. Great. I kind of like it though.
Orlin, your mother gives you another hug. She you kind of do that thing where you kind of have to push yourself off of her because she doesn't want you to go.
Not from my friends.
Orla and Durance and Mara see you out. Orla says, well, if you have need of anything, be sure you feel free to call. I'm always a message spell away. And if you ever need any help learning some advanced sword techniques, I can help you out with that as well.
On the way
And if you ever just wanted a place to stay, you're always welcome home. Sorry, Vaxxus.
No, I was just going to say, in an effort to try to further embarrass Orlin, I'll say, I'll take good care of him and give him a hug, because I've never given him a hug from his side.
Don't touch me.
Can I ask
Like
if
rubbing
they
your hands
have
on
a
his
teleportation circle of any
Peasant.
kind? Do they have their own private one, or is there one just in the city that we'd have to use to get back here?
Make a persuasion check.
I've literally never seen you wash your hands.
Doesn't mean that I don't.
He doesn't.
Only 5.
Only 5?
Yeah.
Mara says, no, the Trinette house does not have a transportation circle. But you look over at Orla, and she gives you a wink and does this.
Or winks. Okay.
Yes, the Trinette house does have a secret teleportation circle, probably used only for emergency situations.
But I've never seen it, so I wouldn't be
You
able to
have
use
not
it
seen
anyway.
it. And this is a big mansion.
To the library.
Everyone put it down your stealthing pants. We can go find the circle now.
Kaz
invisible.
escorts you out of the mansion and out into Redmire.
I tell him, don't go easy on the guards and any recruits you're getting in. I feel like there's things stirring around the continent, and I don't want our family to be left behind if the so-called shit hits the fan, if you will.
I'll be sure to keep an eye on the family. You have my word, Count Trinette.
He gives you a soldier's handshake.
Your brother probably needs lessons too.
Since this is probably the first time I've seen him, well, like one of the first times I've seen him in a long time, I'm gonna do like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers thing with him and see if I can bring his arm down.
Make a athletics check.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Bean?
No, close, 13.
23.
You're
But
your arm
but
off.
and you know how strong he is.
Yeah.
He is holding back. He's trying to show that, oh wow, you're getting strong. And he's trying to hype you up in front of the fist. The rest of the fist believes that.
No, I don't. I beat him in arm wrestling.
I beat you at the strength contest in the first town though.
Doesn't matter, I got the
Next time I'm in town.
Frenemies
I
over
look
there
forward to
on
it.
the other side of the table.
Yeah, you see, Fist, I'm like, I beat him already.
Swear to God, I've never rolled above a 5 in like a strength versus strength contest.
I like any time when somebody asks who's the strongest, and I'm looking at Orlin and Kulkras, and they're like, "Don't you say it."
All right. I believe. Are you guys splitting off to do different things, or
should
just
we all just go to the law hall first, and then we split up to do like shopping and all that, and the library and stuff?
Sure. Whatever moves things along.
I really didn't have any plans, so I'll just go to the law hall with you guys.
Yeah, I think we should go to the law hall first before we split up.
I think there's one on this floor or on this level anyway.
Yeah.
yes. This level, the court layer would have its own law hall, and there's actually a law hall on 4 of the 5 layers. My bad.
Do each of the law halls like have their own kind of name or something?
Not really.
Or would it just be called law hall?
It would just be like the law hall of the court layer, the law hall of the commerce layer, etc.
Not to be confused with the Lol Hall, which would be the comedy club.
And not every law hall has a law mage.
Okay.
But they do have law masters. Law mages are just like mages who specialize in solving crimes.
Not all of them
and
have
whatnot.
someone who can read the minds of people.
True. But they do some do employ mages who specialize in the arts of finding secrets and whatnot, and to be like a very public facing figure.
So we would have to ask around at the different law halls to find the best suited person for what we need.
More or less, yeah. And obviously, every law hall tries to stock their particular branch with like the best, but you know, obviously the best can't be everywhere. But yeah, if you want, you can make your way to the court layer law hall. On the way there, morning Vox Box announcements are made.
Oh boy, hold on, I gotta get out of here in case I gotta take
I
notes.
start walking around like this.
Yeah, get a tin hit. Block out the radio.
They're always listening.
Orlin, give me your helmet.
And now for the news from the Terran Vox Network. This is Chester Forlade. Yeah, that's the announcer guy.
I can't keep it out.
Mountain mayhem. Wild folk have been assaulting settlements along the Molana mountain range from Gemdom to Langdale. Local authorities are holding the lines against these mountainous foes, but they will never turn down a helping hand. Enlist for service at your local law hall as a member of the Red Guard, Iron Guard, or hireling mercenary today.
We've bailed out Wangdale enough. I'm not going back there.
Wait, what mountains?
Along the Dolana mountain range,
Oh, the
from
Dolana.
Gemdom to Langdale.
Oh, Gemdom and Langdale's over here. So they're just all of them there. What about this one, Earthland Stonehaven Mountains? Because we had a thing about that too.
What was it, Mountain Men attacks?
Yes.
Looky, somewhere,
Dang, where's the Stonehaven Mountains?
Stonehaven is the northwestern portion. They're not. The Stonehaven Mountains are just the Dolana mountain range.
Oh, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we already heard about that. I wrote down Mountain Folk Ruckus, Northern Stonehaven
Ruckus.
Mountains.
Yeah, you were hearing the second-hand news
Them there mountains
of
over.
that.
Okay, so but this is the same story.
It's the same story, yeah.
Okay, so it's
But
between.
it
They're all
seems
being
that
provoked by Saruman.
but it seems to have spread further from the dwarven territories of Stonehaven.
And Langdale, you said?
From Gemdom to Langdale.
Alright, yeah, so that's something we've already heard of. Okay.
Another announcement. Another person has been found catatonic in the city of Vence. Officials are still investigating this mysterious occurrence as the number of patients has reached 12 since this year. Remember, folks, report any peculiar or dangerous activity to your local law hall or local city guards.
Yeah, we've heard about that one too.
I don't know maybe if I should tell you about some things going on, but perhaps we ought to pay Vence a visit.
Yeah,
Maybe
we're
I
not,
can.
we're not far from Vence. Maybe we could help them. Maybe the law mage has a job there.
Is that the last announcement?
That is the last announcement of the day.
We could still go to the Gallup Garrison to do your thing first.
Yeah, we got. I don't want to say it in front of his family because they're very judgy.
Well, we've already left.
They are street.
I got one of my tribe.
We're walking and
pillar things
talking.
Should be around that garrison.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And what are you trying to do overall? Kulkras, do you have some sort of plan or end game? What?
Well, we fought one of the bandits who was clearly not doing good things. I figured I might do the pillars so no one else can.
What do you have to do with the pillars?
No idea.
I think he has to. I
I
think
think it's a find out when
Do
we
you
get
have
there.
to go worship the pillars, break the pillars,
I think he has to eat the pillar.
read the pillars,
I am hungry.
you gotta lick the pillars.
Kulkras, you do recall recall asking a particular information gatherer from the Shadow Hands who works for Klaus about your pillars, and he did give you a response in regards to the Wild Gallop Garrison pillar.
I'll have to find my notes on that.
I can read it if you'd like.
Go ahead. I thought we found the generic kind of locations of most of them.
Sure. Einsel of the
Which one?
of the Red Ops.
Is that 1, 0,
Yeah,
or 2?
we've only met 2 of them, right?
I believe this was Einsel 1. Don't quote me on
Which
that.
city do we meet?
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Alright.
Back to everything.
Anyways, the message reads, the Wild Gallop Garrison is where Red Mire's Crimson Knights receive their combat training. Hirelings and gladiators also come here to hone their combat abilities or to pick up new ones. The responsibility of the garrison belongs to the Grand Marshal Archduke Carden Eldridge. There is a ritual for knights and soldiers in training, simply referred to as the Gauntlet, where the trainee goes through a series of obstacle courses with varying degrees of difficulty, where the finishing point is a large stone mosaic depicting an interpretation of the Cataclysm, with stone carvings of nearly all of the gods, both divine and betrayer. However, there are rumors of a hidden finishing line that is reserved for orc warriors handpicked by Knight Captain Uloth Hammerfist. It is rumored that this area houses a very old statue depicting the full orcish pantheon. Those who know its location are sworn to secrecy, so its exact location remains unknown.
I think it's a race.
Do you think you could gather the power of the 4 pillars and dedicate it towards the Everlight or the Platinum Dragon instead of your one-eyed betrayer god?
Why are you so obsessed with this? I don't think that's how it works either.
It works how you want it to work. When you have the power in your hands, you mold it to the shape you want.
I don't know if I manipulate it.
That message can also be read at undergroundinitiative.com.
Is the Foxbox talking to us?
What's a .com?
Ask him if that's full.
Well, that would be.
God, is
the
that
white
you?
means like a full bright moon.
Oh.
The black one means you can't see it.
So you find yourselves at the Law Hall of the Commerce Lair. It is a lot larger. It looks more like a large.
Trying to start fights. I gotta go to the bathroom.
It looks more like a large courthouse with a giant clock embedded in it. You make your way inside. This law hall is in impeccable good shape. You make your way to the front desk. Hello, welcome to the Law Hall of the Commerce Lair. How may I assist you this day?
We are the Fist, and we're looking for any mercenary jobs.
Show my badge.
Should we go? Yeah, we all got our little 1-star badge, right?
A member of House
Mine's upside down.
Trinette. Hello, my lord. You can't help but notice, but he is looking at your horns, but is doing their best not to draw attention to it.
Do we have a problem here?
Of course not.
Just walking around right now.
What sort of mercenary work are you looking for?
Yes.
Just about anything, really.
Preferably
We've
in the
heard-
2-star range.
We've heard things on the Vox box that need solving, or if you have any other jobs around town.
Preferably something in the area since we've got some business around here.
We're gonna be here near Vents and Redmire for a little bit.
Nothing in the sewers, preferably.
I see. Well, normally Redmire does not have any requirements for hiring mercenaries, as the city, the kingdom is defended by the Red Guard and the Crimson Knights. However, there are some disturbances in the providences that Redmire oversees. He look as he pulls up some notes. As I pull up some notes. Well, I don't know if this counts as dangerous or not, but
It doesn't have to be dangerous.
but the town of Windhill in the south, it wants to hire an expedition of sorts into one of the town's oddities. They have an obsidian tower near their province, and they want someone to explore it. However, this tower does not have any entrances and has been within the vicinity of Windhill, since the town was constructed.
How far is that from here?
From where you are, that
Oh, it's actually on the map.
depends.
Okay.
It's a good, sizable distance.
Just over a week's time if you take if by horse, or if you teleport, 6 seconds.
Jeffrey's are gonna be so lonely
Well,
in
we've
Boldor.
never been there before, so there's a chance we may teleport to the wrong place or whatever. get
I will
hurt.
say, as a cartographer, all of the places that you would have a map
To
of.
Obsidian Tower in Windhill.
Well, just because I have
Know
it
a lot
on the
about it,
map.
though?
Well, I don't know if I have that one on the map. Did I pass by there on my way from the hill?
You actually would have. So you
So
would
I
have
have
passed.
been there?
You would have passed. I would have say you would have stayed one night there,
Oh.
from on your way from Marbell to Redmire.
I see. Okay, so I have been there.
Go ahead and make a history check on the town, if you don't mind.
How many stars is this?
Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
On the, might as well.
I'll
Oh
get
wait,
to
I got a natural 20 though. I didn't even need to guidance
Got a
myself.
bajillion.
Yeah, sure. Windhill is a town of windmills. They have just over a dozen of them used for the milling of various grains in large quantities because of the high winds that this particular town has, because it is on a elevated platform. Like the town itself is almost built on not necessarily a
Is that a
mountain, but a
plateau?
large mound.
Plateau kind of thing?
Yeah, ground plateau, I suppose.
A plateau is just a hill that's kind of flat on top.
Cool. Yeah, wide enough to hold a small town. And off in the distance, I will say on a natural 20, the town can't help but talk about this to newcomers. They'll probably point out, oh yeah, that thing, and way off in the distance, eastward of the town, if you look at it on the map, you can see this black obsidian tower off in the distance. The town's like, yeah, we don't know anything about that. It's always been there. We can't get in.
We can see it from here?
From Windhill. The city.
She's having a
Like if you
flashback.
were in, I could have seen it because I did pass through.
Gotcha. Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's east of the Windhill city.
Yeah.
That's where the tower is.
But yeah, it's sort of like the town's oddity. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know what it is, but it's cool.
Okay.
Look, a giant rubber band ball. What the hell's a rubber band?
Go to a museum.
As of now, I believe this is a 0-star quest, as it were, but, well, anything is anything. Any experience helps, I suppose.
Is this guy worth that time, Orlin? Stage
Have you
whisper.
heard about any mercenary jobs related to the vents issue that are more than 0 stars? Or does that not have a quest?
Are you referring to the sudden wave of catatonia that has
Yes.
been affecting some of the local populace? As of right now, no, but I'm
the other
sure that
vents.
there are specific individuals within Vents who would be more than happy to pay out of pocket for something, for this to be investigated. Unfortunately, the attention hasn't reached so high that the governing officials of Vents has put out a call of help.
How many catatonic people are there?
There's
12.
12 as of this year. The most recent one, I believe, just happened this summer's Arch.
And that's normal for them per year, or
To the best of my knowledge, this is a fresh occurrence.
Kulkras.
But I don't...
Is this less than average? Or?
0 stars is $100 to $300.
look, they're like, don't worry, we don't need any help with this. Well, how many catatonic people do you have per year? This is fairly new.
So if we do a 0 star, like would that still help us level up to a higher star level? Because that's experience.
Potentially. The more...
We just start interrogating the law. Look, how many level 0s before we can hit level 2?
Yeah.
DM to audience. I do things by milestone. The more the fist does, the more I will reward them accordingly.
You got
The
fist
law.
more.
You gotta fist more.
The law hall. What the hell are you talking about? There's no experience involved with this. What do you think this is? A game? Kind of.
It's life experience.
I'm sure they have to have steps to reach the stars, though. They don't just arbitrarily throw them out, I would think.
Well, what say, everyone? Do you want to go sightseeing like some tourists? Get paid for it.
Let us.
I'm intrigued by the idea of an obsidian tower without an entrance, but not for 0 stars and a handful of copper.
Think of the things that could be in there.
We could wait, maybe if we hear about it on the box, if it gets more of an issue.
What about this Delana mountain range thing? You got anything on that?
Yes. If you report to Langdale, Gendum, or Bug Moldor, and speak to the Law Hall officials there, I believe they are offering 1-star level jobs for the assistance and aid in sort of curving or stopping the assaults on their provinces by these mountain folk.
You said go which law hall?
Of Langdale, Bulg, Moldor, or Gendum.
Yeah, that one.
Are they, okay, so 1-star. So we'd have to start
That's a long way.
Langdale. You said Langdale, Boldor, or Gendum?
No,
Bug Moldor,
Bug Moldor? Where's that?
in between
Probably
Boulder.
east of Gendum.
It's right here.
That's the other orange name.
Boog. Boog.
Booga Booga Boulder.
A lot of H's. It's goofy.
What about Thaddeus Grimm? Do you have anything on him? Any recent movings?
Let me see here.
Sounds like a cool name, honestly.
Honestly,
It does,
nothing too extraneous. His last sighting was a couple years ago in the Chevmer Mountains, north of Marbel.
Reverse Thaddeus Grimm?
He was. Says here that he was encountered by another hireling guild, the Cannon Fodder.
No, that can't be their name.
That's what it says here.
Was that their name? Are they dead now?
No, according to this, the Cannon Father is still active, although.
The odds are against us. Who do we send in first? We'll go in. All right, there goes the cannon fodder.
Was there a location that the Cannon Father had seen?
Yes, according to this report, the Cannon Father found. Look, I don't want to give too many
You keep
spoilers.
saying Cannon Father, it sounds like.
Father.
Yeah.
Cannon Father. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away here. Come on.
Cannon Fodder.
It appears
asked
that
about
Cannon
specific-
Fodder encountered Thaddeus Grimm in a defunct tower or fort.
Could be that obsidian
That is not marked on the in the Chevmer Mountains map. However, we have sent individuals out there since then, and it has been cleared out. So wherever Thaddeus Grimm is, does not seem to be there. He is also traveling with some sort of necromantic automaton. So be wary of that, should you attempt to engage them.
Do you have any 2 stars available?
I need 2 stars available. Let's see.
No, 1 star, I don't.
I want to ask him,
Cool.
does this law hall have the same list of quests as the other law halls in the city? Like, if we went to a different law hall, would they also tell us this exact same stuff?
More or less.
No, you can go down to the peasants one and find
Didn't
a
we see in the
cat.
past that they have like a book that's automatically updated throughout all of the law halls?
Correct. This is probably meant for a lot of the more high-profile gigs. However, smaller settlements and cities would probably have a local list of like, someone needs help wrangling cows, 0 star.
Find Mrs. Smith's cat.
So, someone wants bodyguards traveling from town to town, 0 to 1 star, depending on the profile of the individual and how far they are going. That sort of information wouldn't be shared from.
Teleport people. We could be like, oh, 1 star to get you from here to there. Okay. Let's
You
go.
know what, Orlin? Some of these missions we took weren't even in their registry, and we gained fame and notoriety without even the populace knowing because they wanted us to keep it quiet. So, if we solve all these issues, we're undeniably going to get higher ranks, whether anyone likes it or not.
Even if it's 0 star.
But it could be like 12 quests
You just
versus
need to-
like 2.
We just need to spread our name.
Are you trying to solve everyone's problems at once, Orlin? That's a lot of work. Come
Don't
on,
you
be
guys get a little-
realistic.
Don't any of you other guys get a little bit of anxiety when we pick one quest for not doing these other ones where bad stuff's happening to these people because we're
Well,
not
I
there?
mean, we
Look,
can't
we
be
take
everywhere at
the
once.
hardest ones so cannon fodder can have a better time.
Yeah, we take the hardest ones.
Now,
So
if we
let's
try
go
to
that
do
tower.
everything, we're gonna turn ourselves into cannon fodder, if you understand me correctly.
Magrush is still experiencing some sort of disruptment in their mining operations. Some sort of mechanical entities have sprung up and
we've heard of
is
that before?
causing problems.
I think that one's
Have we
new.
heard?
That is currently a 1 star, but it says here in the notes that since this issue has persisted for a while, a 2 star bounty can be negotiated.
And that, what was the issue there again?
Mining operations are being stalled due to a lot of mechanical entities or creatures that are spawning from the mining pits and are attacking the miners there.
Is there a description on those
That
things?
sounds pretty good.
We have to protect the Underminer.
That one's a 1 star, but it could be a 2 star.
Yes.
It's border 1 to 2.
I forget, do we formally accept these missions or we just like do them and then report
Yeah,
back?
like, do we have to actually, formally accept it?
If you accept the, here's the thing. There are about a dozen active hireling guilds at any time, probably more, of varying sizes and whatnot. A lot of them do take the same job, but it's whoever finishes the job first would be rewarded and recognized. Those who take the jobs and do not complete them are not penalized in any way. You just don't get rewarded for completion.
But it's incomplete here.
And I want to ask about the,
It does clear out of your quest log, so it's not like, so you don't get like a permanent unable to complete
Does the
quest log.
No! Does a question mark turn into an exclamation point above their head?
It just the both symbols just disappear at that point.
But they don't disappear in here, though.
Exactly.
I know.
Little fireworks go off in the sky. It's like, congratulations.
I wanna
Congratulations,
ask about
not the
various
fist.
swamp people.
Of course. What would you like to know about?
Watch the Cannon Fodder Guild be like 5-star guild or something.
I have 4 other names of people I want to run by you just to see if you have any information.
Of course. As I look up my list of criminals.
Add the Underminer to your list.
Behold, the Underminer!
That's a daredevil person. There's supposed to be 3 daredevils,
I just
right?
imagine he's like some kind of weird one
Correct.
operation.
Oh wait, was it? No, was Oro the daredevil?
You better start practicing.
Yeah,
for-
Oro
for-
is a daredevil, yeah.
He's like the Hobgoblin skin changer guy.
I didn't have.
Better start practicing your accent for the Underminer when we meet him. If he does not have a thick dwarven Italian accent, I'm gonna be very upset.
Prepare to be upset.
Motherfucker.
So we're looking for 3 so-called daredevils.
Ah, yes.
Want to see if you have any information on them?
Bless you.
I'm sure you know
Well,
their names, right?
yes, we have their files here. Let's see what we have. First up, we have Erodos dark scale. This individual, obviously wanted for the murder of the late King Charles Redmond, as well as his cohorts. This individual, all that we know is they hail from Hidovrad. Expelled from Hidovrad at some point in 848, by the looks of it.
Okay.
And their last known associate is a goblin underboss by the name of Skeeve. He, this...
Is that person also wanted?
Not really. Is more of a tolerable entity, but if they step out of line too much, then the authorities would want to move in and arrest him. But
Is he known to work with all three, or just Eridas?
as far as we know, we've only connected him to Eridas before Eridas's involvement in the passing of our late king. Skeeve runs underground fighting rings in various locations all over Arcala, and the only reason that Eridas was arrested in the first place is because during a underground pit fight, he beat to death someone he wasn't supposed to, and he was arrested for that.
Yeah, we told him, take a dive. No!
I'll take him in a dive to hell. Wait, what?
There is a rumor that this Skeeve is attempting another quote-unquote legitimate fighting ring in the city of Crescent in the Howling Wood.
I hear the rolls are
Which
fantastic.
side? Oh, well, that's a guy's code. Where is that? Crescent?
South of Fort Fang.
That's over there somewhere, isn't it? Oh, okay. That was one of the capital type things.
Let's see. Zephyro Ashbourne, one of the other daredevils in question.
Is it Zephyro? I have Zephyro.
Zephyrah Ashbourne, my mistake.
The A is a bit smudged.
Yeah, my mistake. Zeph for short. Born in Marbel to a Sophina, no last name. Sophina died in childbirth. She gave. Apparently, she immolated herself and the barn that she was in during Zeph's birth.
You said that was in Marbel.
Correct. He was founded by an arcane keeper and raised as his ward, and eventually he grew up to be an accomplished young wizard.
Wait, so Zephyr is a lady? Or a man?
He.
Oh, I actually thought it was a woman. I thought it was a...
No.
I guess you never specified it was a man.
That's fair.
Okay.
Anyways, Zeph grew up in the as a ward of the Arcane Imperium and had a talent for necromancy, and eventually was stationed at the Necromancy Tower just north of Marbel, where he. It says here on his file that he made some sort of undead construct using, oh my, the bones of his mother as the base.
Oh, joy.
Indeed. The construct went crazy, killed a handful of students of the Necromancy Tower, And this contraption is still locked in the bowels of the Necromancy Tower to this day. If you want to...
So that's another possible job.
That's another museum we could go visit. Aren't you guys excited?
That is a 2-star job, actually.
That's a 2-star?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now you tell us.
What, finding Zepho or?
Visiting another museum? Okay.
The Necromancy Tower wants this this creature dealt with. The reason why it is considered a 2-star is because they have sent adventurers down to deal with it in the past. However, any creature that this undead automaton slays, they are unrevivable. So, take it at your own peril. Zeph, for practicing forbidden forms of necromancy, was has then underwent the rites of nullification. He was made into a nullified mage, but somehow...
Wait, who was?
Zeph.
Oh, so he's not even wanted anymore?
Oh, no, he's still wanted. The story continues.
Pay attention.
Now?
At some point, he got magic back. No one knows how. He's, knows, to my knowledge, it's supposed to be a permanent thing. But somehow he got magic back, escaped the Necromancy Tower, and eventually got caught robbing graves.
Your favorite.
He could teach you a thing or two, Shiima. Did you hear that? I mean, I didn't say anything. We know nothing about grave robbing.
Of course not.
The law mage ignoring that.
I'm choosing to ignore that.
Don't worry, it was for a job.
The full Frieza. I'll ignore that.
And then we have Orlin, a drow. No one knows where he's from, but he was wanted for the massacre at Morrigan Manor in Boldor. He was supposed to undergo training to be a shadow hand, but a mission went wrong, and he massacred everyone in this manor, where he was then apprehended shortly afterwards. It is said that this individual is a quote-unquote master of disguise.
And he is.
He could be you.
What color?
These 3 individuals were all arrested around the same time and were given the chance to be pardoned should they allow themselves to be conscripted into the Crown Prince's entourage in slaying the dragon of Shah Nalor, which they did, and during the celebration killed our king, and are now currently still wanted.
So they were pardoned, but then they killed the king and now they're wanted again.
Exactly.
Insight check on Orion that's talking to us.
Absolutely. Make an insight check.
It's pretty good. It's a 17.
It's a 17. Now that you know what Orion is capable of, you look for these subtle hints of.
I pull him across the table.
You look for these subtle hints of a literal flesh mask over the face, and try as you might, you don't see any seams that would give way.
Come on, man, go full Austin Powers.
Why?
I just start pulling on his face.
Vax! Yeah, hold on a second.
So none of those 3 have any last known locations recently?
Actually, there is one small report. Apparently, Orion was sighted in Boldor this past Summer's Arch. You all are aware of this.
Yeah.
Missed him.
Okay. And then...
He was with us.
yes.
Technically missed him.
Alessa von Horning?
Yes.
Yes. Alessa von Horny.
There's a Reaver too. There's a Reaver too, wasn't it?
Technically just a rogue mage.
Well,
I'm...
the people that we just talked about were daredevils, not reavers.
Yeah, but Thaddeus Grimm was a Reaver.
But yeah, I have it written down that she was a reaver.
No.
So was she not a reaver?
Reaver is the blanket term that the Arcane Imperium is using for rogue mages. If you are a rogue mage, chances are you are a Reaver. Reavers do have their own anarchistic organization, but nobody knows where that is. But she was last seen in Marbell around the same time that Thaddeus Grimm was. Once again, had dealings with cannon fodder, but fled Marbell and hasn't been seen. Presumably, she last booked a charter vessel to Yeastburge. But even that is uncertain.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I think this guild cannon fodder sounds pretty legendary.
How many stars are they?
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's smudged, I can't tell.
-1.
Can I do like a secret at the page to see what it says?
Sure.
What do I roll for?
Perception.
What?
Perception.
It just says oof.
Only like a 2 plus.
Smudged, can't
It's
tell.
smudged.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's smudged in all the books?
Correct.
Maybe you should eat your lunch away from your desk or something.
Look, it might not be me. This book is connected to dozens of other books all over.
Don't lie to me, Orion. I know it's you.
How'd you know it was me?
I do like a
Combat
mending-
continue.
a mending on it to try to fix this one.
Nah, this is a. I have the DM has a plan for cannon fodder, and I can't give you the information that you're
There's a
seeking.
true villain.
I think cannon fodder's dead.
So a lot of the stuff's almost in a line.
Oh man.
We could do.
You mean on the line on the map, you mean?
Basically.
Kinda,
like a zigzag
It's a
line.
lot over here.
We can go from Redmire to Wildkill up to Vents to Windhill to
there.
Necromancy Tower.
Yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot.
Windmill,
Just
Necromancy
go
Tower.
straight south after we go to Vents. Sure.
And we can hit the
We're
0
never
and
gonna
the
get
2
to
star.
Devil's Reach in this time period.
I mean, you got a staff that can
There's so
teleport
many
us
things to do.
wherever you want, almost.
Now, this isn't an official order, but since you mentioned the name, we do have by we I mean the law halls of the Terran Union. We do have a request from Devil's Reach that is wanting the hunt and execution of one. What is this name? That is such a weird name. Crap. Axejaw the Mangler?
Oh yeah, we have.
Wanted for murder, cannibalism, theft, or murder.
He's wanted for murder twice.
Grand larceny, grand theft, grand murder. That's not even a thing.
Out of game, if you're wanted for murder like 3 times, like, bro.
Does it have a star rating to it?
That gives points for our card.
No.
But
Because
that's just another wanted person.
just another wanted person. Yes. If you
Who's
want
last
more,
seen, possibly? Is there any last scene or tips
Last
on
we heard
who to
of Blight
talk
Marsh,
to
I
ask
think.
about him?
We've heard his base resides somewhere in the Blight Marsh from the other Blackheart bandits.
Okay.
but it says here that the Beast Warden of Devil's Reach would have negotiate payment for the apprehension of this criminal.
There's your fame and fortune right there, Orlin. He's so scary they didn't even give it a star rating.
Sorry, who's...
Well, it's not an official job of the Terran
Law
Union
Master and
records.
Devil's Reach, I think.
Oh,
Their
Devil's
equivalent.
Reach.
Right, but if we do that, then we're technically international.
Technically. Yeah,
We're world famous, Orlin.
Devil's Reach is not part of the Terran Union. They operate on their own rules, so...
The rules fuck around and find out.
Pretty much.
We have so many jobs to do. We have a very long list.
It's fine. It's mostly in a straight shot, right?
The best path would be there.
Hop around and find out.
Might see.
So how long would it
we
take
have
for us to
10
get
possible
to the
things
Wild
to do,
Gallop Garrison?
Plus, like 5 or 6
The Wild Gallop
wanted people to
Garrison.
look for.
I would say...
We have much to do. We need to get to work.
Three...
Fine,
less
it's a
than...
weekend
Around
trip.
3 days travel by carriage.
From where?
From here, from Redmire,
Oh.
to the Wild Gallop Garrison.
Ah, gotcha.
How fast does the staff replenish?
Every day. So it's
Full?
it's full now, yeah.
Oh, so we can do one a day basically.
Yeah.
the
Does
law
Wild
guy.
Gallop
Sorry, the
Garrison
what?
have a transportation circle?
They do, however, since it is a military base, it can only be used by certain personnel. But since you are traveling with a member of House Trinette, I'm sure that can be discussed with the Terran Transportation Network.
I don't think the Jeffreys are gonna appreciate themselves being obsolete right now.
I know, I missed the Jeffries. We left them behind.
And Carl.
Which one was Kara again?
Carl
we,
with
have
C.
we have a third horse and another carriage.
He was the senior citizen horse. I remember him now.
He's the borrowed.
I've been rolling every day to see if he's still alive.
Jesus, is that bad off?
Yo,
We need to go-
that's the saddest
we need
thing
to
we've
go do a
heard tonight.
teleportation circle and bring the Jeffries and Carl.
We come back. Where's Carl? They just hand us a bottle of glue.
Oh my! Yeah, it just says Carl on it.
There's just a cart with a bottle of glue on it.
It's like a. It's
Not
like
Carl.
it's like a horse urn, you know.
Yeah.
Elmer's. I've never heard of this brand.
That's messed up.
Before the fist takes off, is there anything else that they would like to do here in Redmire? Library?
Yeah, library. Shopping maybe.
Oh gods! The library.
Sure. What
You
would you?
can go to the bar.
What, if anything, would you like to research at the library? Would anyone like to?
God, so many things. Okay, so I have a paper over here.
Keep in mind, even though you are considered a lore seeker, you would still have to pay some fee to use their resources.
Well,
The hell's the point of working here if I still have to pay for this shit?
You just go in there. I'll have you know I wrote half these articles.
Dick.
well, I want to ask them about this, the Stellarin prophecy thingy. Talk to them about how it relates to what we've been going through and how these have actually been happening. And how it's connected to us, and ask if they can help me decipher and predict this last section.
Alright, what is that last section? Just for my...
So, it says, after the Tarnished consumes the spoils of the Pale Shadows, it will travel to the vessel, and thus a new being shall rise from the depths. A star god will walk among the waking world once again and deliver unto creation a new epoch of salvation and happiness. And I already know that Vaxxus is the Tarnished, the Void Minds are the Pale Shadows. I just need to figure out what
got
the
two
vessel is and the Star God might be.
Okay. All right. So you come to the Cerulean Trove here in Redmire.
I'm the star guy.
Very tall marble blue columns decorate the outside and inside of this structure, and the lore custodian that you are assigned to is wearing blue robes that don't quite fit too well. Is Salic. Salic is here. He was here. You sent him here.
He's been
The whole
here
time.
the whole
But
time.
but a guy, guy, when you said you're
If
the
only
star,
we had
you're the Star Lord. It's like that song from The Weeknd. I'm a Star Lord.
That's what I was thinking.
Glad it wasn't only me.
Shiima, hello. It is good to see you.
Hello, we've been here for only a night.
Yes, I have to earn my knowledge, and in order to do that, I have to work.
I did the same thing, so
These robes are itchy.
maybe you need to rinse them off.
No, it's a fur thing. I don't like having clothes touch my fur, but I have to wear these robes. It's a hygiene thing. I can't be nips out, but whatever.
They don't want my guns out.
But this place does hold a vast amount of knowledge. I am very thankful to be learning here.
What's the specialty of this library?
This library focuses more on history, but its dual purpose is also to train up nobles or people to be in the position of nobles, so that there's a larger hiring pool or pulling pool for individuals to be stewards of a new settlement or the leaders of a company or business. Someone to basically work under higher officials of the city. Orlin has probably trained here, as well as his siblings, just to like learn the subtle nuances of how the government of Redmire works. But yeah.
I approve of your portrayal of Salic, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Kidding me.
I'm here to gather some knowledge about this prophecy, so I need to ask some of the more veteran Trove members about this.
Of course. Let me see if I can find someone to help you out. So, because you are a lore seeker, you do not have to pay the full rate of 5 gold per 5 gold for 4 hours of study.
Okay. I mean, I could have paid that anyway.
Okay, if you want to pay full price, you can pay full price.
Okay, that's fine. I'll pay.
But it is 4 hours of a specific subject of study because.
Yeah, that's fine. This is the specific thing I want to study. So.
Okay. So remind me. So this would be the focus of the Stellaran tribe's prophecies. All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check at advantage.
Can I guidance myself too?
I will allow you to guide yourself. Yes. And if there's any shopping you guys want to do, just make a list, and I'll throw out some prices at you.
You said which check?
Investigation.
Oh, investigation.
15.
Rolled low.
Not a whole lot much else is written about the Stellaran tribes. Obviously the nuances of their individual cultures are detailed enough to the point where all that's really known about them is they don't worship the gods as we know them. They prefer to worship star entities who they believe are gods unto themselves, and their understanding of cosmology and the arrangement of the stars gives them the ability to predict events. It's mostly on the lines of like horoscope stuff, but in a much more broader sense. I forget what the study is, but in the real world, if you know where you were born, what day, latitude and longitude, that can like sort of predict the type of life that you would live. This is kind of what the Stellarans do, but more or less, but in a much weirder sense. Presumably, they use some sort of hallucinogenics or weird magic that does not operate under the same scale.
It's all about horoscopes.
To understand these things, and prophecies are randomly generated. It's not, I would like to know about this thing, and then they are told about this thing. It is like, okay, I'm opening up my mind to the infinite cosmos, and then whatever it is that they choose to let me know, I'm gonna write down.
They cast Irresistible Dance on themselves, and they do.
Yeah.
But I wanted to look up this specific thing. Not just about the Stellarian tribes in general, just this specific prophecy, to see if there's anything else written about it.
Right. That particular prophecy, as said, it was penned by lore seeker. I don't know. Was it lore seeker? Lore something.
Lore something.
Lore weaver.
Is the name in here anywhere?
Peterson Hector's. He's the guy who wrote that. He was the guy who studied the Stellarian tribes.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I wish you numbered these so I knew what the order was.
That's fair.
There's no order.
Don't worry, I'm gonna reprint those anyway. Peterson Hector, Care Weaver, Peterson Hector's. He went to the Stellarian tribes. That was his assignment. Yeah. Study them, and but
it was the tribe that told him these prophecies, and he just wrote.
It was either it's unclear. It was either the tribes that told him these prophecies, or he partook in the whatever rituals that they do, and he was granted knowledge of these prophecies and penned them himself. However, unfortunately, the specifics of that aren't understood because Peterson Hector's went crazy after publishing his findings of the Stellarian tribes, and he disappeared shortly after magic returned to the world. So no one can really ask him, "Hey, what does this mean?" But people ponder.
That kind of guy.
But that doesn't stop the Cerulean Trove from pondering the nature of what is there. Some people theorize that the vessel in question is just some sort of place of containment, of powers, of gifts. But that's just based on the etymology of the word vessel used in this context. No one really knows what it is or where it is. But if you want to know...
what about the star god? Like, when they say star god, do they mean the star gods that they worship?
The term star god is in reference to the Stellarian gods that they worship, star entities, star gods. What they are specifically, no one knows. The Cerulean Trove believes, it's just suns in the stars that the simple tribesfolk assign value to. Others believe maybe there's some other weird entities out there, but no one can confirm one way or the other.
Okay.
The Stellaran folk are weird.
Yep. Alright. I think that's all I can learn.
However, the Stellarans are friendly enough. Like, they're not adversarial, they're not confrontational, so you could speak with them if you'd like.
Yeah, we should have to travel there somehow, right?
Indeed. But that is but that's what you can glean in that time.
Okay.
Any other shopping? Assuming no.
I have a couple
was
quick
gonna
things.
get maybe some healing potions or something.
All right. While you work on that, what you want, Orlin?
See if there's a rod of mercurial
I
form.
have two actually.
Rod of mercurial form.
It's from the Tal'Doria Reborn. It's an uncommon magic item.
I figured.
Is that a crit roll content?
Yeah, they just added it to D&D Beyond.
Cool.
So all those homebrew feats that I had added are now officially, semi-officially available.
Oh, that's cool though.
I might have to turn on the filter for
I
partner
actually want to
content.
sell something.
I thought I did it.
Depends on where he's looking.
I'm looking on D&D Beyond. It's in the filter under what content?
If you hit show advanced filters, the bottom right one is partnered content. You have to change that to yes.
Oh wow, why is that off?
That's
This is
brand new.
neutral.
Oh, is it brand new?
Yeah, because Tal'Doria Reborn's the first third-party content they've officially added. I'm hoping it opens the door for more like Kobold Press and stuff. Basically, it just lets you summon a mundane weapon.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that this can be sold and picked up at a local magic shop for 100 gold.
Okay. And I was wondering if anybody would be able to do quick work on cosmetic changes to my armor.
Sure. What kind of cosmetic changes?
So right now it's like a sleek dragon form. I feel like that's more heroic now that I'm more monstrous. I was wondering if I could get it to look like more bulkier and muscular, and instead of the dragon features, it has like a boar features. Play off of being called a pig farmer in the past.
All right. Yeah. You can get those changes can be easily made while Shiima's doing some research. 50 gold for the cosmetic changes.
Done and done. So the rod is ready. If it is like on the shelf somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
People also would buy those rods for other forms of like I have a stick that can turn into a pitchfork or a shovel or a kitchen knife, stuff like that. Very few people would think to use it to turn into weapons, but it can. And you said you wanted to buy potions.
Well, no, actually I don't need to. I just wanted to sell some of these empty triple injector thingies.
Okay.
From the guy. It says it's a wondrous item, so I don't know, you'd have to make up a price for them, I guess.
Used 4 silver each. They can be used
Okay,
to.
what is that in gold?
How many are you selling?
Oh, I think 9. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
3.6.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, actually 10.
4 gold.
Then it would be four gold. Now, if you do want to sell them, you can. But just so you know, you could use though as a weapon or as a form of healing, as a way to deliver 3 healing potions at once to someone, or 3 things of acid or poison.
I don't have that many healing potions anyway, so.
Okay. Then
I'm
4
fine.
gold.
I'm fine with just giving them one at a time to people.
Okay.
Like the injector thing's not gonna make it a bonus action instead of an action or whatever. So give it to somebody.
Same rules. If you give it to yourself, it's a bonus. If you give it to someone else, it's an action.
Yeah. So it's not going to be any.
Yeah, but you would get more.
Other than
three
I
at
could
once,
do.
rather
Yeah,
than-
but I don't know if I'd ever.
Does anyone in the fist
I mean,
want
I already
that
have.
capability?
I already have Jay. My familiar already injects though.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing, so I don't need to keep these.
Okay, but does anyone in the fist want that capability?
I don't think I even carry any potions on me.
I have 0 potions, so I'm fine.
Okay. Orlin? No?
Nah.
Okay. Then yeah, 4 gold for those.
Sell them
You
for
really want a
4.
potion of fire resistance?
Hmm?
You want a potion of fire resistance?
I can delete
I'm already
these
fire
things.
resistant.
Shima? You want a potion of fire resistance?
I always want things.
You can add that to your inventory then.
Delete all these.
Vaxxus, do you want to buy any booze in town?
I'm still pretty full up right now. I'm 8 out of 10, so I'll be
I
good.
like hoarding potions.
Okay.
I'm also going to take 10 minutes to use my summon steed.
That does sound cool.
Not a problem. So I assume the fist is heading to the Wild Gallop garrison. Do you want to use the teleportation that Shiima has access to, or do you guys want to pay for the a teleportation service to take you there?
How much does it cost?
Let me look that up. It's going to be pricey, I know that.
There's no reason to pay for it, we can just do it.
You just gotta talk to him first.
But if I use the staff,
500 gold for teleportation, and that is only, and you're only allowed to go there because Orlin is here.
we could.
Oh, so we either have to pay or we have to risk the
Yeah, because
chance of failure?
we've never been there,
Yeah.
so if it's possible we could fail it or get hurt in the process of teleporting. We could split the cost of 500.
What if we travel there and then teleport to Vents from there when we're done? That still saves us some time.
I've been through vents, right?
You've been through.
Me and you did at the start, didn't we?
Yeah, didn't we pass through vents?
You passed.
Because I went from Marbell and then I went to vents,
Where's that tower?
and then we went to Arbington.
Correct. So yeah, you guys probably would have stayed in vents once.
We show up in a random hotel room.
But yeah, are you guys going to vents or are you guys going to
No.
Wild Gallop Garrison?
Wild Gallop Garrison, right?
Yeah.
That's where we just-
And then
So yeah, you would basically roll for the Wild Gallop Garrison or pay 500 gold to go there, no problem,
Or just hoof it.
or hoof it for 3 days.
Without
At that
the-
point, you would
without
have
the
to
Jeffries.
buy your own horses again.
I like the idea of rolling the dice in the teleport. That's just my opinion.
Cost. It's 125 gold each if we want to split the 500 to pay.
To do that.
To pay for that.
Well, what's the percentage on for success or fail on the teleport?
Let's see. Okay, so we're going to a permanent circle, right? But it's not one that I know.
Correct. So you
would it
wouldn't
just be
be.
a
So this
description?
wouldn't be a permanent circle thing. This would be
Would it be
a
under description or a false? No, it'd be under description, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Have I been to the
So-
Gallop Garrison before?
You would not have.
If we roll off target, does that mean that we're in the area but just not directly on the circle?
Yes,
But we'd be in the city or whatever.
you'd be in the vicinity.
Okay. And then
Within walking distance.
similar area would be a little bit farther away.
Distance
So-
off target is 1d10 times 1d10%.
So
of the
basically
roll.
we have, if we roll 45 to 100 were decent.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good odds.
I like the
It's
odds.
okay odds.
Narratively, it's not going to be a problem.
I want to roll my giant one.
Well,
So you are going to stab
Yeah,
it.
I guess I'll just
wait,
use
we need permission first.
Make way for
What?
Big Bertha.
You can get the permission while I dig out my dice.
Use the pages.
We don't have to teleport into it, right? We teleport outside of it.
Yeah, you can do that.
And we wouldn't have to.
Do we want to
Is that
try
legal?
to get a similar area or off target? Right?
Let's go in the field right here. They'll be fine with that, right?
Yeah, like, what's
Here,
the-
do you want to use my tray?
What is around
More space in here.
Wild Gallop Garrison? Like, do we know anything about the area? Is it a city? Is it
Or
like
like
Make a history check.
I want to know what we're about to teleport into.
Can I
I'll
assist her since I'm
guidance-
from this area?
I'll guidance myself.
I'll allow it.
Roll
Roll
with
with
advantage.
Roll with advantage
Okay. And I'm guidancing.
Advantage.
11. Okay, 11. What am I doing again?
History.
History. Oh, that's good. 21.
21.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the Wild Gallop Garrison is positioned far outside of normal foot traffic
It's
places.
always so cold. It surprises me every time that
It's positioned far enough outside of normal roads because it is a military base, and they don't want people just to come in it.
Yeah, so maybe getting
It is through a
similar-
mountain pass.
Similar area or off target would be better. That way we don't just teleport right in and get arrested.
You do have an inn with one of the trainers at the Wild Gallop Garrison. This is the dude who trained you at the Cerulean Trove to basically be an adventurer.
In Marbell.
Hey,
Correct?
Does Mark still work here?
I bet he went there. Do I know his name?
You do. It's in your backstory.
Me and Mark go back like
I don't remember
2 months
Malone.
ago.
his story. What?
An orc named Malung.
Malun?
M-I-L-U-G. Milug.
Oh, Malun.
Milug.
You know,
Malug.
You know, Post Malug.
Okay, add him on my list.
Really looking for that music career to start up.
Probably got a lot of tattoos.
He's an orc?
Yep.
Orc friend.
Well, that's just rude.
Okay. So, but does that mean that it is okay if we teleport into the fort? As long as we pop up and be like, I know Malug.
What do you say? We're here with Orlin. See, Orlin, he's right here.
I'm a Trinette person.
We'll find out.
Don't kill us.
Can you send him a message first? Give him a heads up.
Yeah, I could message Malug.
You got the pages that you haven't used.
Yeah.
in a
Just
little
teleport in, surrounded by spears.
This is when we parked our carriage.
You're not Jeffrey.
Yeah, I guess.
bit. I'll be like,
Is
hey, they
Malug
welcome
really the
us.
only person I would know there?
Yeah, he would be.
Who
yes.
is it? Oh man,
And when I
said
message,
the
does it have
horse
to
is
be a person
Jeffrey.
I know?
Not a horse face.
In order
Jeffrey.
to message, or do I just have to know the person's
It's a
name?
really looking.
Usually, it's
ugly looking
as long as
Can I-
you
can
get
I
a
message-
general idea of the person.
Yeah. Could I-
And you know him. You trained under him. This guy made you
Like,
do
is he a
push-ups in the
decently-
dirt
Is he a
for.
decently high up ranked person?
He's like the equivalent of a drill instructor.
Okay.
He's like a teacher at a school.
Listen up, maggots!
Okay, I guess I'll try to message him
All right. What do you say?
by sending.
Who said that?
He was my teacher, so I'll be a little formal, I guess.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Coming in hot.
I'm ready. I'm ready to start counting.
It's 25, so.
Gotcha. I'll do my best.
This is Shiima.
Oh, that's a word, right?
I guess I'll just call him teacher, right?
This is Shiima, teacher.
This is Shiima, teacher.
Call him Captain.
Captain Malone.
Captain, my captain.
Alright, there's 5.
Myself and a group are teleporting. We have Orlin, Trinette. Count.
Alright, there's no.
I add count.
Careful, we're gonna catch up to you in
That's
title.
one word.
I mean, I'd get promoted too.
Do we have
Besides you,
permission
Marquis, I think.
to safely teleport?
You got one more.
That's all I just ended there.
Okay. Sorry,
Please?
his rank is sergeant. My
Okay, well
bad.
then replace captain with
Sure.
sergeant.
Come on,
Shiima! Good to hear from you.
Good lord.
I will inform the outside guards for your arrival.
All we see is Shiima like, Jesus!
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god. My fur stands up on end a little bit.
Why are they so loud?
It's been so long since I've heard that voice.
And
It's
you're
so
bringing
loud
a
in my head.
count. Interesting. I look forward to your arrival.
Yeah, that's
He's
close.
used multiple spells.
It's about right. Might have lost a word here or there. But
Do they get their horses from us?
Hmm?
Do they get their horses there from us?
They would.
Yeah, so maybe we can borrow some horses or something.
All right. So as you
Okay.
slam the Voyager staff down, the fist is encapsulated in this starry light. Go ahead and roll D100.
Oh, that's lowish. 38. That's
38.
not what we wanted.
All right.
How do you know it's not 83? Oh, yes.
So we get, it's under a description, so we have a mishap.
We take
Right.
damage.
Oh no.
I
I don't know
ran.
what happens.
we appear
that?
in a latrine.
We get 3d10 force.
Okay. So
Or those favorites.
So you guys get take 12 points of force damage.
Oh no.
Are you resistant to force damage now?
Nope.
Or is that psychic?
I wish.
How many?
I'm almost
12?
immune to everything.
12.
But yeah. Or resistant to
I
everything.
rolled low. I rolled a 3 and a 1 on two of them.
Good work.
Go ahead and roll another D100 for
Oh
me.
boy. Alright, let's mix it up.
You ready for some more deformities?
40.
40. Is that another mishap?
I think so.
You're gonna kill Sisha.
Let me see, was it?
Was it
I
12
think
damage?
Yeah, I needed 44 or higher, so yeah, it's another mishap.
So it says here multiple mishaps can occur.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
So everyone takes an additional 22 points of force damage.
Why do we get
Whoa.
2 mishaps?
Mishap, blah 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 blah, and the GM re-rolls on the table to see where you end up. Multiple mishaps can occur, dealing damage each
So
time.
we have to keep rolling
Until you
we
don't get a
succeed?
mishap.
Oh Jesus. Okay,
So-
how much damage this time?
22.
We're gonna appear there. We're just gonna be a lump of like cottage cheese. They're gonna be like, well, there's the fist.
I only have 11.
Roll one more D100, please.
Oh, goodness.
Because you are still mishapping.
Well, it's nice knowing you guys.
Where is the one?
Sisha has 2 hit points left.
It's the only way the
I only
DM can
have
kill me.
11 hit points. Okay, but I have healing potions on me,
We're
so
gonna look like we came out of a meat grind.
Oh my god.
I also have healing spells I can use because it's a new day. Okay. 14. Oh no. Another mishap.
Anybody else want to try?
So,
Where are we at this point? Like,
so
Nowhere.
are we
here's
in
what
the
happens.
area? Yeah.
the fist.
Did we
Do
take
we-
more damage?
You know,
we half on
some
the
of you
road?
have teleported before.
We went through an asteroid.
This-
today.
This experience is not pleasant.
No, it's not.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, you all awaken in the infirmary of the Wild Gallop Garrison with a very
Are we all at 1 hit
disappointing.
point?
You're all at 1 hit point.
Except for you, probably, right? You're probably fine. He's probably only
You had to carry them
He's
to
like-
them
he's
here.
like half-
Wait.
Like
How,
20 then?
how much damage were you throwing at us the third time?
Yeah, how much
I'm
damage did you
curious
do?
now.
Let's find out. 20.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're good. Keep rolling. Keep going.
Are you fine?
I'm still alive.
I would be out.
For the sake of brevity, you three are at 1 hit point. Saoirse is down. Guy, Kulkras, you are at half. And you guys are currently recovering in the infirmary of the Wild Gallop Garrison.
You only got some health. Come on now.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
We teleport into the beds like we were there the whole time.
Yeah, we did.
We're walking to vents.
We need the Jeffries.
Shiima, what? Give me that.
I'm just crying in the bed. I miss the Jeffries.
Shiima, what was that? Orlin could have did better.
I think my teleportation staff has a crack in it.
Kulkras could have did better.
I will research to see if that's exactly how that spell is supposed to work. If not, narratively things will change.
No, keep them the same.
New spell.
No,
Keep them the same, and then we'll just move on from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we just all wake up in the infirmary and
Look,
these two are just chatting while we're like.
We went through the astral sea and we hit a dreadnought. It was fine.
Wouldn't it be embarrassing if we were teleporting to like a last boss? We should have like already.
So there's.
I just imagine
teleport out again.
I just imagine it backfires and like we appear in the same spot like with cuts and scrapes. Well, maybe next time will be better, and we do it, and then we just have we're even more beaten up. It's like we can't be that unlucky. We try it one more time.
83 right there.
I mean, the 38 upside down was totally 83.
Roll your percentile.
Ooh. I like this game. Yeah, it's that plus a D10, right?
The percentile? No, it's 2 D10s.
Well, one is the double digit.
Yeah.
I think I got 56.
Now, like I said, I probably might have narratively done that wrong. I will do my research on that, but in the meantime, this is fun.
Yeah, it's funny.
Thank you all very much for watching. If you are a patron at our Patreon, your name can be found here amongst the credits, like the cool dude and or dudette, whomever you are. Isn't that great? Don't forget to check us out at Subterranean Gamers on YouTube and Twitch. Check us out on Underground Initiative on YouTube. And if you want to support us, once again, patreon.com/undergroundinitiative. And continue to stay incredible. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah.
And don't teleport to
Shiima,
anywhere you haven't been.
Why? It hurts so good.
See und Sonnenschein, ja, da muss man glücklich sein, weil da brauch ich nichts auf dieser Welt. Früh am Morgen schon zum Strand, braun gebrannt im weißen Sand, ja, das ist die Zeit, die mir gefällt. Abends kommt da noch so ein Bummel die Strandpromenade entlang und das hat seine Gründe. Sommer, See und Sonnenschein und dann noch verliebt zu zweien, ja, da muss der Mensch doch glücklich sein.